Conscripted by a secret organization, a group of strangers is loaded into experimental metapods, hurtling their souls across dimensions and into unsuspecting avatars. With each trip across reality, these newly minted metapilots gain access to unique powers and abilities, slowly transforming them into true masters of the Metaverse.
Masters of the Metaverse, masters of the Metaverse. They travel through time and space and stuff. Control them, re-roll them, throw them above. They fly through dimensions, this isn't bluff. Heroes compelled, they have no choice. Bound by the winds of a secret voice. Masters of the Metaverse. Masters of the Metaverse. Masters of the Metaverse. Masters of the Metaverse.
Hey there, chat. Welcome back. We are getting ready now to begin tonight's episode of Masters of the Metaverse here on twitch.tv/hyperrpg. I was just making a couple last little tweaks to the store, which I think should be live now, if it wasn't already. Let me make sure that that is live. Make sure everything is good to go. We'll do it live.
Doing it live.
We're doing it live. Yeah, it's all up there.
Right, no nipples.
Things are good. Oh, that's true. So, welcome and such. So, hi everybody. Hi. So, Masters of the Metaverse, of course, is this fun RPG that we have been playing for much of this past year. A thing that we've created, Zombie Orpheus Entertainment, in conjunction with Hyper RPG. And before we jump into the show, how about we introduce tonight's cast? If you'd be so kind as to introduce yourself and your character, and maybe a little bit about where else people can find you.
I will start. Hi, I'm Vanessa Postel, and I play Aquamarine, Metapilot Aquamarine here on Masters of the Metaverse. Where can you find me?
Yeah, sure. Like in Twitter or shows online? Or
I'm on Twitter, at being Aquamarine.
Shows on stage.
This is the only thing I do. Oh, and I also do other things. You could go to my Instagram. It's at Vanessa the Witch. I am a performer, and that's all.
Okay.
That's where you can find me.
Thank you so much.
I'm Maggie Ferguson Wagstaff, and I play Rosie Harvin. And I'm at Fergie Waggy
Yes.
on Twitter.
That's true.
Yeah.
I can verify.
He can verify that information. And I'm pillowed up and heat padded, so forgive my weird setup here.
No, you look fine.
Comfy.
You have excellent posture.
You do.
Maggie, Waggy.
I can't right now. Can't sit up straight.
We're very happy that you're feeling better and we can have you here tonight.
Yeah. Woo.
My name is Christian Doyle. I play Metapilot Crash Jackson here on Masters of the Metaverse. You can look me up at Crash Jackson on Twitter. Or you can go to Amazon Prime or the Zoe Patreon page and watch any one of our fine films or series, many of which I am featured in.
This is true. Yeah, you can check us out at facebook.com/Zombie Orpheus.
Oh, and for one more weekend down at Harlequin Productions in Olympia, Washington, I'll be playing the part of Pisanio, the robot butler in Cymbeline.
It's so cute.
Just as Shakespeare wrote it.
Just as Shakespeare intended for the
Just as
robot
Shakespeare
butler to be.
intended. Yep. I've heard good things.
Cheers.
He's a good robot. He is programmed for butt stuff.
What?
What?
Butler stuff.
What? Butler
He said
stuff. I'm
butler
sorry.
stuff. He said
I get
butler
this
stuff.
mixed up sometimes.
I did.
Sorry.
It's rough backstage.
So the show that we do, this show, everybody, if you didn't already know, we use the Tri-Stat DX system, which you can get at Drive-Thru RPG for free. And this is a system in which rolling low is better, and the degree to which you beat your target roll is helpful. So the cast has access to several buffs and helpful things through the store at metaverse.straylogic.com, and also you in chat have the ability to have some fun with them tonight through that same store. So yeah, this is going to be looking forward to this. So last week on Masters of the Metaverse, you may recall that the team basically put an end to the alien invasion of this 1980s style Earth that they were hanging out on. Mm-hmm. They were able to hack into the control systems of a lone alien fighter, alien spaceship fighter thing. I'm good with the words tonight.
Those are the words.
And fly that puppy back into one of the alien motherships, in no way, shape, or form resembling the movie Independence Day, except blatantly resembling the movie Independence Day. They managed to fly into the hangar, disembarked, found the ship conveniently empty-ish. While exploring the mothership, chat very helpfully provided you with a flood.
Yes.
Which in this case we went Halo style. So you found a group of bouncing Halo style, facehuggery-esque.
And we used the power of friendship on
You
them.
did. You also found Chad. No, Brad. The
This
Chad
is
Blaster.
Stand-in Brad.
As your stand-in, Brad. Brad's at home recuperating right now. And the power of friendship was used to convince all of the flood to be helpful and to join the pilots in their attempt at staving off this alien invasion. So they charged the bridge with their army of flood, literally riding in a cargo. Like a cargo box.
A large
boat.
cargo box, yeah.
Bilbo Baggins did.
That way we can
Bilbo
use it
Baggins
like a
did.
boat. So we
Yes.
could also use our boating skills.
Exactly. Into the bridge, managed to take out the entire bridge crew.
Through the judicious use of attributes.
Yes, through the judicious use of the party's attributes. and and then we're able to convince the flood to reprogram the computers in the network of the mothership and send off this entire invading alien fleet into the asteroid belt. And as we know, the asteroids aren't really that close together, so it's not that hard. But basically, sent them on collision courses into various asteroids, destroying the motherships and bringing an end to this alien threat. And then, because you guys are so kind, you decided to let the friendly flood live.
Yes.
You sent them off to an escape pod, where they then jettisoned out, landed somewhere on Earth, and can be useful to the future evolution of the human species. I don't even want to know what that's going to look like.
They'll protect
But
us.
they're friendly, so that's
Find
good.
out.
Yeah, we told them
That's
they
friendly,
couldn't
yeah.
harm humans.
They believe in friendship, and that's really all that matters.
It's good. Like they're good to go. So
The next great flood will be a flood of friendship.
I like that. So as we open
Friend
tonight, we find the pilots hanging out in the one fighter that they had managed to escape from the mothership. As you're flying on down towards the planet, you're watching the view screen in front of you, and you're seeing the mothership fleet flying off into space, and some of them are starting to crash into asteroids and whatnot, and it's very cathartic after fighting off these horrible aliens for so long.
Like bubble wrap.
It is like bubble. It's like popping bubble wrap, except it's
Yeah.
alien heads. Millions and millions of alien heads just going pop, pop, pop.
President
pop, pop.
Vinny enjoys this.
I bet.
It is true, and I think you are still in President Vinny.
Last I checked.
Yep, and I lost
I
track.
don't even know who I was in.
That was the other thing that happened last week. We did lose 3 of our.
We lost our
avatars. The entire
tridentures.
tridentures got vaporized
Wow,
by the
It's because I
aliens.
showed up. It's because I showed up. Then they
No.
started dying.
Mm-hmm.
It's not your
Maybe.
fault.
Maybe chat killed them.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it was Chris's role.
It's the die roll did what it did.
Just the universe making decisions.
But yes, Crash, you are still inhabiting Vinny Testano, acting president of the United States,
That's right.
former assistant to the deputy secretary of the Department of Education.
Correct.
Aquamarine, you are currently in Hilja Lundberg,
It was Jim.
who is the acting vice president / the last remaining Secret Service agent. And she is, of course, 66 and on the verge of retirement. Actually, I think she came out of retirement to come help out.
She did some.
And Rosie, of course, you are still in Carl Lundgren, the Swedish pirate fisherman who does things.
Yeah. He does.
Got a good
things.
voice.
So you're in the ship, like I said, the group of you flying down towards the planet, watching the explosion of all these other motherships, and probably every once in a while being like, "Yeah,
Get it.
yeah!" and
I
things
imagine
like
it's
that.
just like really nice fireworks.
I'd probably say something like "boom" every time something explodes.
Brad's probably saying some great stuff.
Question:
Yes.
Am I still haunted?
Too. Oh, by
No, the ghosts appear
Oh,
to
yeah, we still
have
haunted.
left you.
Oh, thank God.
Yes.
That was eerie.
Yes.
Yeah.
And not only did the ghosts disappear, but actually, as you're flying down towards the planet, it's the 3 of you, and then this one pilot who'd been hanging out with you, Nathan.
Nathan, he's my best friend.
Yeah, Nathan, who's your best friend. Nathan, who was in the body of I've got him down in 2 bodies, so I'm going to put him in a new one. He was in Sylvester the Showman Atkinson, and as you guys are all watching this, he starts kind of twitching a little bit, holding his ear for a moment, and he looks over at you guys and he goes, "What? They're coming? They're coming?" And then there's like, you look over at him as he's saying that, and in that moment you realize that there is no longer...
And he finishes the sentence with, "This Saturday night at SummerSlam!"
Exactly, that is what the showman does. But Nathan the pilot, he says those words to you, and then he is just somehow shunted out, sucked out of the showman. And it is now only the 3 of you, which is convenient, because
Nathan's
the 3
gone,
of you
so
could
now
make
you guys
it
are my
tonight.
best friends.
Did you hear what it just... Who's coming? Someone's coming.
I don't know.
Do you have any idea who
It doesn't look. There's
about?
nothing on the sensors that says anything's coming except for that planet,
It's probably
and that's Earth. We're going there.
it's the founders or the program. That's the only people who could be coming to talk to you in your ear. We don't have Bombshell anymore.
Well, then let's get this to the diner and see how fast we can get home.
Good idea.
Yes. Yes, we definitely need that.
I wonder what this does.
Yay! Thank you for the meta point.
Ooh,
Thank you, chat.
gonna need it. Gonna need it.
Bet you bought that on accident.
That reminds
Thank you
me
anyway.
something that was said before the episode. I meant to read this. So one of the tips for the pre-shows, we're going to start reading off the pre-show tips after this.
Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, and former yogis. Sapphire Industries is pleased to introduce the newest in our wardrobe selection, the Aquamarine Collection. For the discerning customer on a budget, treat yourself right by spending less. Hashtag MetaPoint.
Nice.
Thank you, chat. And that was Aquamarine.
Off the aquamarine line.
Good
You're
day,
back.
my name is Fry. Hashtag vocal free. Isn't that quite interesting? Yes, Stephen Fry. What did I say?
Thank you, chat. Thank you very much.
That's
Go
good.
free. Woo.
Let's see. I was going to say, so
We don't like doing silly voices, chat.
so the opening, or what I was saying, one of the pre-show things that was picked up, just to read it off loud, Ode to Erislan, which says, or maybe it's Odie to Erislan.
Oh,
yeah.
D.
Pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows.
Aww.
So that was a string of swear words?
It just said pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows. That's what it said. It wasn't even
We'll never know
censored.
if it was swear words or if that's
No,
what was
that's
chosen.
really what the buff.
Oh, that's really what it is.
really
Maybe
what it
maybe he was trying to get them translated into swear
know.
words.
I don't know, but that's what
good
it
logic.
says. Yes, I did decide to resub during my own show because that's how I roll. I suggest that's how we all handle this situation. Just occurred to me. I'm like, it's telling me to resub. I'm like, oh, well, let's just do it right now. I want credit here.
Smooth.
Plus, that means we have more chaos die.
Yay!
Why do we want... Oh.
Chaos die.
Chris Odie has a plan.
Yes. So,
Should we want
okay, so all that distraction aside. So yeah, see the spaceship. So you're coming on down towards the Earth, and you don't really have a destination at present.
We gotta find a
Joe's
Joe's.
Diner.
Joe's Diner.
Gotta
Brad.
take Brad there.
So
We need
the
him for our
only
Metapod.
Joe's Diner that you are 100% sure that you know the location of right now is the one back in Washington in Monroe. And
Where we're
with
going.
the power of this spaceship, you absolutely can get over there in a couple hours, no problem.
Nice.
Monroe.
Yeah.
Love it.
So, so you guys are just kind of hurtling across the sky. There's actually a stealth mode on
Oh
the
yeah,
ship
let's use that.
that you're able to engage, which
Yeah,
is
we're gonna want
convenient
that.
because otherwise you would be the only visible alien threat on the planet.
Yeah, we get
anymore.
shot down probably.
Not with their puny human weapons.
It's true, actually. Very few. They were not that effective. You do, as you're going across, you notice a few other of the fighter type style ships, crashed into the ground here and there. You see a lot of downed military jets. You do come across at one point. No, you don't. I take that back because all the motherships they took off. None of them were defeated while they were on the planet. They were
Gotcha.
just too big.
Too big.
Too big to fail. But you have some time as you're hurtling towards Monroe. If there's anything that you guys wanted to chat about. And during all this, I should also let you know that Brad He's a little distracted right now because he's been having conversation with some of the flood. He actually picked up their language pretty
correct.
quickly,
Nice.
and so he's been just kind of chattering away with them. He's been doing a lot of listening, actually.
Well, he's good at that.
He is. He learned it from
Chad.
Brad. Learned it from Chad.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Brad is doing a lot of listening right now.
Nice.
He's a very active listener.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you see, every once in a while, Brad is like, "Oh yeah, really? They treated you that way?"
Wow.
So we're going to
would
take
do
him
that?
to the diner,
Oh,
right?
Brad?
Yeah.
That's the plan.
That was our plan, yeah. To put our special thing.
They can't get him if he's in the diner, so it's a safe place for him.
Right. And it'll still be hidden. Unless we keep it here and then have to come back here.
Oh, no.
But I don't want to do that.
No.
Even though I'm beginning to enjoy the Tostano. I think I would make an excellent president.
I think you would too, Crash.
Yeah. Yeah, you would.
I don't think you believe that. That's okay.
No, actually, I had just an internal struggle of the concept of president. That's it. Not you.
Let's take a moment to remember 3 ladies who died doing what they loved.
Yeah.
Taking a cruise. Fairly well-tried adventures. Thanks for the hashtag memories.
We salute you,
Memories.
Tridentures.
Yay,
Thank you.
memory.
We salute you, Tridentures.
All Alone in the Midnight.
I hate that song.
It's not the best song in the musical.
I hate that music. Okay, moving on.
No, you're fine. I was
Sorry.
just gonna watch, see
No,
what
it's
you guys are
okay.
up to.
Most people hate it.
Well, I'm
Anyway.
trying to focus probably on the flying since our pilot's gone now. I'm
Yeah.
the guy who does that.
That's a good point. Yeah, Nathan was
He was our
flying.
pilot.
And yeah, no, you feel. I mean, you've spent enough time now with this thing, and you're a good enough video gamer.
Yeah,
With all-
I got some piloting skills.
Yeah, all of your esports background is really helpful in this situation because
So-
it is.
The control setup takes a little while to get used to,
Yeah.
but
So now,
They didn't invert the
I
the
fucking
vertical
hate
at
that.
first, and so you had to activate an.
what is this,
inverted little-
GoldenEye?
I don't. Yeah, I know.
Oh.
it took me forever to learn to play not inverted.
I went back to GoldenEye recently, and it really confused me.
Really?
I was like, "What? Where am I going?
Why is down up?
Yeah.
Wait, no, I do inverted. So is it the other way?
Yeah, you do invert.
Yeah, I invert. Yeah.
I made Maggie learn how to play not inverted,
Yeah.
and now she's really good at it.
I was tired of getting made fun of.
Well, there you go. Wait, for being inverted for. Anywho, yes, back to.
Hey. Oh. What? What was that, Rosie? What
You were
gonna
trying to say something, Aquamarine.
Oh no, I was philosophical purely.
Whoever put that unicorn tip in, I'll explain and I'll use small words so
Ha
that
ha ha!
be sure to understand, you warthog-faced buffoon. These are our wiggly worms are in a wiggly worm's lowest form of life in the universe. Hashtag vocal free.
Arison did not enjoy that tip,
No?
but I enjoyed the response and the back and forth.
Yeah.
You guys want to take this to another room, maybe?
No. If they want to keep tipping back and forth, I'm okay with it.
Well, I'm excited to move on from this
Little bits.
place. Oh, more stuff.
Hash cheat code time. Or up, down, something.
Awesome.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Time.
Left, right, left, right.
I
code for the win.
Konami style.
Yes.
So, look, we were sent here to get, to tell them the location of Brad, right? Mm-hmm. So, before we get out of here, the three of us need to get our story straight. Because they're going to ask us. And
We didn't find anything, right?
that's what I'm checking. Do we say we didn't find him? All three of us need to be on the
They
same
don't know
page.
what we're looking for. They just know they hid something here.
Will Nathan have told them anything?
Nathan doesn't know. I mean, he may have.
He knew all about Brad.
Sure, they might know where Brad is, but we can easily say that we don't have him anymore.
Right, so I guess it's, did we find him and lose him? Did we not find him? I'm just saying we need to get on the same page.
Right, what are we lying about?
Right.
Okay.
We don't want to tell them that we put Brad in Joe's diner.
I'll tell them whatever you want to tell them. I'll tell them anything.
Right, so do we think it's better to say we found him and lost him? Or do we say we never found him?
How about we found it and then we used it to destroy the aliens, but it became destroyed in the process?
I like it. Brad got destroyed in the process.
Got overloaded by his own friendship circuits.
Right, because he was the only thing we could use.
Because he has friendship circuits.
He was too friendly.
Yeah.
He overloaded when we were using him to defeat the aliens, and he became...
Or maybe he turned evil and we had to fight him.
Oh, wow. That's okay.
Well, we gotta decide.
Let's just scrap that part. I mean, that could be fun to describe later, though.
Right,
Right, but then we all gotta describe it the same way.
I like
You're right. Let's
the
keep it.
first option.
Let's keep it simple. Let's say that it dressed up like a lady Brad, and then it got away from us because it was disguised.
Because Brad
The first thing,
fell in
then?
love with Lady Brad and would be the only
Well,
one.
He fell in love with himself?
Because
So-
it's the only
when you-
person
when
that
you
would
were
ever
describing-
understand him.
When you
is
were
himself.
describing Brad being destroyed or went crazy and then you had to destroy him and all of that, right? At that exact moment, Brad's still in conversation with some of the flood. And so you hear Brad, Brad says something very attentive like, but how did that make you feel?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I think that's when it's best to just put an end to things. When Brad's just continuing to be very empathetic.
So
during this.
insightful.
I feel like maybe saying that Brad
But he says
dresses
it Brad style instead of how I just said
I'm
it.
gonna miss Brad.
as Lady Brad and fell in love with himself. I don't know. There's just something about that that's like a teeny bit not believable.
I just wanted to I think every lie should at least be interesting, if not have an element of truth.
If they know that Brad's in a Joe's Diner, they'll go get him.
They.
Well, that's why we're not saying it.
Maybe.
They might send somebody to a Joe's Diner to go get it.
Right. So we either need to say he's destroyed or we don't know where he is.
I thought of the destroyed thing first. We could do that one.
That was
could-
the
yeah.
best one so far.
I like that we used him
Thanks.
because it makes
Sometimes
sense.
I think of things very fast and they're good, but then
Yeah.
I don't think so. And so I think of something else, but it doesn't ends up being not as good.
They were funny though. I liked imagining Brad falling in love with himself dressed.
Or maybe he fell in love with the guy who's like the president, and Brad fell in love, but he thought
And
it
so
was
he had to
because he
stay-
thought it was a lady, but then he had to stop being president because his constituency wouldn't put up with him being married to a drumstick.
Totally. But in the end, they eloped.
Oh, that's
Well, you
scandalous.
know, like cats, we can always try something else more upbeat from Broadway.
Yeah.
Like lamb lying there brings a stillness to the air. Hashtag MetaPoint, they say the
Thank you,
lights
Chad.
are always bright on Broadway.
Thank you, Chad.
They say there's always magic in the air.
It's true.
Dum, dum,
Yeah.
dum, dum.
So we're going with it. Brad got
Much better one.
destroyed.
Brad
or
got
that
destroyed.
Brad-
He overloaded his
no.
friendship circuits
Okay.
or something.
And he
All
saved
right.
us all by helping us destroy the alien race, and that's how he died, and we don't have him anymore.
Yes.
Okay.
He committed
Good.
genocide.
That's
Good. What if they start asking about the avatars that we went into that weren't avatars?
Oh.
Do we say that we noticed they weren't avatars because we know they killed them all, or do we say everything was fine?
It made it very difficult to jump through the world.
Let's tell the truth.
We could tell the truth.
Let's tell the truth about it.
Tell the truth that we know
not
that
Brad.
they killed him?
Yeah, since we're lying about the other thing, we can tell the truth about that part.
Okay, it's 2 against 1, so
That-
yeah, let's do it.
I read that.
Do you think
It's called an element of the truth.
It's
Right,
good. We'll
right,
do.
right.
Okay, good.
So even though we're liars, we can still tell the truth.
I like it. We have a plan now.
That'll
We're just
teach,
lying to protect Brad,
Right, that'll teach those founders.
right?
Give us
So
a house.
confused. Hopefully, one day light will be shed
Did
on.
you just say that'll teach those founders for giving us a
For
house?
giving us a house, yes.
Well,
Take
wait,
me.
is it? Confused.
Sometimes you lie to people and they're nice to you.
I want to ask.
Why are you confused?
Ask whatever you want.
Okay, Vanessa. No. Okay, the question is, the founders are looking for Brad, right? Or
Many
the
people seem
in
to
the
have been looking for Brad.
Program.
All we know is that a group came in and
We
killed
know they're
people.
looking for something, but they don't know what they're looking for.
Yeah.
And I
But
believe we
who?
established that
We did.
someone killed off the avatars in this world. I believe it was implied that it was the program. I don't know if we've completely verified that, but it was pretty darn
We just
close
know they've
to
been
it.
killed.
Yeah.
We don't trust either group.
Cool.
Oh, thus far, Crash has seemed pretty trusting of the founders.
Well, they take him to McDonald's.
No.
And they got him
Steve
a new
never
best
let me
friend.
go to McDonald's.
Right. And they give you a new best friend and they give you a haircut.
Right.
I don't like the haircut.
I don't either.
Do I look ugly?
No, you look cute still.
Let's take Brad to Joe's Diner, Monroe.
That's a good idea.
So you continue on your flight plan for Monroe, and eventually you touch down in a empty lot, very close to the location of the Joes that you had gone to before. And what are you going to do with the other pseudo avatars, the half avatars, the Havatars?
I think we should drop them off of the spaceship so they don't crash and die.
So have them disembark from the ship.
Yeah, and what they do afterwards, I don't care. I mean, they're nice.
Should we still all stay together because we might jump into anyone at any time, though?
But we don't know when we're leaving, but we should leave soon, right? Because we fixed the problem.
We'll have to leave the diner again before the founders can pull us out.
Right.
So you disembark from the ship, and the other folk who've been hanging out with you, they're just honestly, they're really glad to be home, and that the alien threat seems to be over with, and they all have loved ones they want to go check up on. And
I bet they do, because they're real people.
They're very content.
Unfortunately,
to
if they live
leave.
anywhere but Washington, D.C., most flights have been canceled.
It's true. It's true. But most of these folks are from this area, and so they're able to,
I thought they were from Seattle, where...
That's where you are. You're back.
That's okay. I thought you said Washington, D.C., sorry.
No. I meant the one in Monroe that you...
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You were over by D.C.
Woo!
You've gone from Washington to Washington.
Noise.
I'm smart.
Yes. So the rest of them depart, and they kind of check in. Are you going to be okay, Mr. President?
Oh, yes. Yes, excuse me. Forget about it.
What should we do, Mr. President?
We must rebuild. Now that we have defeated the M-Boss, the epilogue is to come. We must all be part of America's epilogue. That way we set it up for a good sequel.
Well done.
Yes.
Peace, America.
Yes.
Peace out.
And they all... Can you give me an etiquette check, please?
Peace out.
Love it.
Sorry, I'm only halfway there. Also, I'm not looking at anybody as I'm saying it. That's 12s. That's
Yeah.
it's not going to be great. And I don't have salesmanship this week.
No, you don't. It's a mind check.
It's not going to go well, buddy.
Yeah.
11. 11 is actually not
Yeah, I
too
mean,
bad.
given the whole situation, they actually are pretty inclined. They really just wanted to hear something from you,
Right.
and they're content with that. The president has spoken, and they're close enough back home that it is time to go rebuild. Sure, why not? So they kind of, thank
In
you.
fact,
mate.
if I do a social sciences role, I made the role.
There you go. They give you some hugs, things like that, and they all depart. So it is now just the three of you.
French fries?
So you walk down the street, continuing. First, you turn back and you do the little make sure no one takes the ship. It's like beep beep. And
Turn invisible.
Exactly, and and it's the gangplank goes up,
Oh,
and
I write a note and put it in the pocket of the president telling him where the ship is.
Oh, good idea.
It's a
Because
good
I'm not
idea.
going to live in this avatar. I know that.
That's
He's
a
going to
really
have to
good
walk
idea.
out of the diner eventually
Yeah,
and
yeah.
actually have to do his job.
That's
I
That's
don't.
super smart.
That's really true.
I don't want to screw him over. He has things he has to do.
That's really thoughtful. That's
And
good.
although the guy may have a huge pair of testanos, he doesn't have a lot of experience as the president. Let's tell him where the ship is.
It's
Yeah.
true. Do you want to leave any notes for your avatars? It's a good idea that you see him do right there.
It is a good idea. I'm not going to leave a note.
Okay.
You should write one that just has a giant letter C in it. That way, the C is always close to his heart.
Oh. I'm gonna
Because
write.
he's a fisherman.
No, I get it.
Are you gonna do that?
Arr.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna write. Remember the tridentures, so Hilja remembers them.
Oh yes,
Just because I'm still feeling about it.
I think that's fair.
I feel like that's going to make Hildren never go on a cruise ship ever. She's going to think about them and be like, I'm never going on a cruise ship because
true.
that's where old ladies die.
Well, and she's getting up there, so that might be, she might have other
she
flights
Yeah,
should
she
done.
stay
just
away.
protected the president from an alien invasion. That's pretty awesome.
It is.
She's
Yeah.
going to get decorated all sorts of kind of ways, like with
And-
light and tinsel.
And to fast forward, she's also going to start a memorial fund
Thank
in the name of the Tridentials.
Aw.
Thank you. Good. I'm glad
She
I
and
left
Carl
that
will
note.
work on it together.
Oh, because they
So
remember together.
there might be a little something there down the
Yeah.
road too.
Yeah, Carl's
They're about the
53.
same. Yeah, they're
So,
good.
He likes older women.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Well, and Carl looks like
Isn't
he's
Carl,
89.
doesn't he look like he's
so-
107
Yeah,
now?
it's
It's the sea.
he's got skin made of leather. It
Yeah.
doesn't look leathery. It's just
You
it
can
is
actually
leather.
see the stitches of rawhide. It's held together like a baseball mitt.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You walk into Joe's,
Yes.
and Hollywood seems to be out again
Oh.
for the day.
Imagine that.
I know it's he might show up at some point if necessary, but again there is that sign that just says please take a seat and order with Cook, and you see that Cook is still in the back doing his thing.
Ding,
Cool.
ding. Ring the bell or whatever we need to do to get him to come out.
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding.
He looks up from the back. Oh hey, hey, it's you guys.
Hi, Cook.
Hi, Cook.
Hey, it's good to see you all.
You too?
Crash, it's been a while.
I know.
How you feeling?
Like a president.
You look not like a president,
Oh.
but I mean, hey,
I have a suit.
every reality has its thing. So you're seriously the president?
Yeah.
Congrats.
That's my Secret Service agent.
Last one.
Oh, you guys were in that alien invasion.
Yes.
Oh, full up in it. Yeah.
How's it going?
Done.
Done?
It's over.
Done. Took care of it.
Nicely played. What'd you do?
We killed him with friendship.
Didn't see that coming.
No, no one ever does.
It's over the pony.
I thought it was going to be the common cold, but it was friendship.
It was friendship.
So,
Speaking of friendship,
yeah, we have a thing,
Okay.
and we need you to keep it here at the diner.
It's a live entity, sentient,
Okay.
a sentient
So you
turkey leg
you
blaster.
hold out Brad.
And now I realize this is probably against policy, but I've been thinking about this for 2 hours, and here's what I think. Okay, now I'll say it out loud. I think that you should keep Brad the blaster because you can, in the meantime, until we need him back, you can make lots of money from him.
oh yeah, he's got a good singing voice.
No,
Oh.
although yes, but he
Right
is,
then, Brad says, "Oh yeah, I do.
He's
listen
also-
to this. Listen to this. I like big butts, and I cannot lie. You other brothers can't deny. And when a girl walks in with an itty bitty waist and a round thing in her face, you get it's wrong.
Now I know what you're thinking.
He just keeps
Does
going.
he only know that one Sir Mix-a-Lot song? No, he knows every Sir Mix-a-Lot song.
My posse's on
He's
Broadway.
already the president. Maybe he will be able to channel another. Or possibly a very tiny man. Or a space princess. Hashtag crash, hashtag vocal free.
Nice.
Thank you, chap.
Nice. So he's
My
also
posse's on Broadway.
more importantly.
Brad, stop,
Roll
please.
with
Brad
the
is
posse. It's
made-
the only
Brad.
way to go in the black tit limo
Brad,
with the
we need you
cellular
to have this
phone.
job, man, and you're ruining your audition. Not in addition to every single Sir Mix-a-Lot song, as well as anything Weird Al before 1990, he is a never-ending stick of meat that you can charge whatever you want for and then get it back with no overhead.
Oh right,
Put down the
you can
chains
eat
on.
him.
Listen to me. It's time for us to join in the fight.
Turkey sandwiches. Every customer can have a turkey sandwich that
And it
tastes
costs
good.
you nothing.
And Cook is looking at all this and watching Brad sing, and he's like, So you want me to hold on to a sentient, somewhat musical turkey blaster?
He's more than just that. He'll bring you the gift of friendship and love.
Oh
and
yeah,
caring.
rough customers are a thing of the past with the Brad Blaster.
Great advice. Oh yeah, that too. But he's also just has a big
Lunch
heart.
specials with no overhead.
and he has a big heart thing.
Does he have a heart?
No, but heart.
But
the
his
concept of heart.
sentience has a lot of love in it.
Concept of heart. You can imagine it.
He's 100% dark meat.
You know what?
That's my favorite.
It's not the weirdest thing that's come in here lately, so,
Also, he can probably magically do dishes.
Oh, but don't. I mean,
so Brad, was it? Yeah, it's Brad. How you doing? I put out my hand, but I have no hands, so I'll just talk to you. Give me a big grin. How you going?
Because he's food, he doesn't need a food handler's card.
So, Brad, you want to stick around here for a while? Does that sound good to you? Yeah, I got nothing else going on. I could sing. I could talk to you for a while. I could listen. I'm a good listener. I've taken lessons in friendship from my good friend Chad.
You are.
I think Brad and Balthazar the Black will get along real good when he comes in. You just leave him to talk for hours.
But don't let him talk to him.
Yeah, I don't think I want to let Balthazar take control
Because
of
next
that.
time we see Brad, he'll be in Sentinel City being used to take it over for the evil of mankind.
But it'll be
No,
friendship.
Brad, don't ever do that, okay?
I tell you what, Brad, you sure, why not? Yeah.
Okay.
You want me to
Yeah, let me just give him a kiss.
Goodbye,
I'm
Brad.
gonna miss you, Brad. Okay.
I mean, a little.
So Cook takes Brad, looks at him, he's like, "Oh, you seem trustworthy." And goes in the back and he sets him up on the counter, and you can hear from the back Brad is continuing to sing 80s era.
What's up, Stadium? What's up?
Sir Mix-a-Lot and buttermilk biscuits. He goes off on a rant, for that for a while, and he sings the entire what was that album?
Dare to be Stupid?
Yeah,
Weird
the entire
Al.
Dare to Be Stupid album.
Weird Al in 3D.
Yep. UHF, was that 89?
Something like
I think
that.
it just sneaks in there. So you hear that coming from the back, and Cook is actually starting to kind of enjoy it. He starts singing along with him. The two of them start going back and forth on this. They're getting along really well.
They're tag teaming.
Yeah.
Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Yeah, actually at one point they do start singing tag team.
Oh, good.
Back again, check it, direct it, let's begin, etc., etc. I'll stop right there.
No, that's good.
I can do the whole song.
Glad
I
you
really
did it.
can.
I'm glad you
I
did it.
really
You
can.
Yeah, you could.
Are they doing Whoop, There It Is?
That's the song right there.
Tag team's back, There It Is, Bam.
No, it's Whoop. It's
Okay.
It's Whoop.
Well, because they had the sequel.
Check it, direct it, let's begin.
And it was just There It Is, Bam, right?
Part over there. With
Yep.
the hands in the air. Shake it there. Anyway.
That was awesome.
But you guys grab a booth, or did you just stop by to drop off Brad?
Oh,
Are we hungry? Or I think the sooner we're out of here, the sooner they'll get us home. And
yeah.
I want to go to McDonald's. And not 80s McDonald's, because I don't know what a McDult is.
I agree. Yeah.
So
I would also like to get out of the house.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
we're
get-
leaving.
we're
Okay,
leaving.
so you guys, you step back outside, and you're still in that reality that you were in. But you're just kind of biding your time, hoping you'll get pulled out of here at some point. Mm-hmm. Is that fair to say?
Anytime.
Okay, so
Waiting here.
you're just kind of standing around on the street, looking at your watch at times.
Oh, we have
just
watches.
kinda-
Yeah.
Looking at like the smoking ruins of what used to be Washington, D.C.
You're back in Monroe.
Espionage for destruction and
Hey,
death.
Teddy. Thank you, Chad.
We regret to inform you that we will not donate for a hack attack tonight. There are new toys. We must see how they work.
Oh.
Our target is Rosie for a fresh new hashtag vocal free.
Thank you, Chat.
For chaos! Okay.
Thank you,
Vocal
Chat.
free.
The vocal fry. I've got those written down. Who has
I
how
love
many?
it.
And I will drop them in a moment. But I'm waiting to get through all this stuff before things start happening.
My anaconda don't want none unless you
Got buns, hon. Hey, do sad bends all sit-ups, but please don't lose that bun.
Hashtag vocal free. Hashtag Nikki.
There you
Thank
go.
you, Chat.
Thank you.
So Aquamarine has a vocal fry.
Oh, I have a one.
So we've got 2 on Crash, 2 for anyone, 1 for Rosie, 1 for Aqua. We will start launching those in a moment, I promise. Ba-ba-ba-ba. And now I've got all those songs running through my head.
Yeah.
But you're just kind of sitting around on the street corner, looking at your watch, tapping your foot. I think Crash starts doing a little dance. Is that what I said?
Probably am doing a little dance. Yeah, I'm very excited that we beat the aliens. And
makes
we
sense.
got, when we complete a mission, we should do a little victory dance, I feel.
Yeah.
Also, I think that it's going to inspire what fellow Americans there are available to watch. That
Yeah.
their president is down to boogie.
You know what? As you were doing that, a few people do come out and they start.
I like
They start
that.
kind of watching this,
I join it.
Now,
and they start being
a
like,
couple decades
"Go,
from now,
Vinny,
we're going to have
go,
something
Vinny,
called a
go,
flash
Vinny,
mob.
Go, Vinny, go, Vinny,
And then you'll all know how to do this
go,
too.
go. And sure, after a little bit, you do start feeling that familiar tinkle. You start
There it
hearing the
is.
sounds, the eyes with the flashing and flickering, and yes, sure enough, you do find yourself ripped through space and time just in time to look across the street and see the label on a business.
Starting to build toward a hashtag cool rule because I feel like we might need it.
Yeah.
Thank you, chat.
Probably.
And a business that says Spatula City, and then right then
Thank you.
you pop out.
says
of the-
what?
Spatula
Spatula
City.
City?
And then right then you pop out and you find yourself.
Spatula City.
Yeah, it was another Weird Al reference.
Oh, okay.
It's from UHF.
It's from UHF.
Got it. Got it.
Spatula City, we sell spatulas, and that's all. Anyway,
Check that.
you do find yourselves back in the metapods, back in the mansion because you recognize this room as you
Right.
look around.
Out,
You
in
know,
and out.
yeah, it immediately kicks open for you and such. As you look around the pod room, you notice that all of the pods are empty with one exception, and you can see in that remaining pod, Thomas.
Is it active?
It's active.
Ooh, he's sleeping.
So he's in a metaverse.
He's in a metaverse somewhere right now, and you can all go full pilot now.
yeah. I'm working on it.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Thomas.
Not moving that.
What's the last time we saw Thomas?
It's been Magical
It's been a
Space
while.
Princess.
Magical Space Princess
Yeah.
time. Yeah, right after we got here, he got taken to interrogation.
Yep.
But while you guys were gone here, they have been doing re-education on him.
What does that mean?
That means they let him out to McDonald's, like me.
What else is part of this re-education other than McDonald's?
Oh, they tell us a bunch of stuff,
Like,
like about metaverses,
Oh yeah. What's the most?
and with me, it like how to have a good time.
oh, how did they say that? How do you have a good time?
I wear earplugs when I go out.
Why is that?
Is that because you don't like loud noises?
Yes.
So, but what about the metaverse? You don't need earplugs in a metaverse?
No.
So how do you have a good time in a metaverse, according to them?
Because they're fun there. It's fun in the metaverse.
All right, what else do they say in your re-education?
That there are avatars in most metaverses.
Uh-huh.
All metaverses, except for these special ones, or this special one.
Except for this one.
Right, but maybe the program might make more, we don't know.
Well,
made this one.
They made this one.
They made it like it is.
The program made this.
Right, they
They made us.
No, they killed all the avatars.
I see. Oh, like they did in the other one. They killed all the avatars here
where
just
we
like
live,
they did.
where we just were. In this one, this is just like this. I don't think this is a metaverse. This is just this world.
Oh.
Is it a metaverse?
We don't know. I mean, there's no. With what we learned, there's no reason this isn't a metaverse. It's just our home base. You know, it's our zero, planet zero. But
Yes.
it could not be planet zero. It could be 592.
It's Planet Zero, though. This is Earth Prime.
For us or for everyone?
592 is ruled by lizard people.
So yeah, and
That was a good question. Is this the Earth Prime for us, or is just us, or is this Earth Prime for every metaverse?
we don't know. That's part of what we're trying to find out, or what the founders are trying to find out.
All right. What else did they tell you? What else did you learn?
I learned all sorts of things.
Yeah, like what?
I'm naked,
You love being naked in the metapod.
but I'm not in the metapod now. I'm out of the metapod.
Well, then your stack of clothes are right there next to your metapod, just
I
like
know,
always.
but you're talking to me still, and I don't want to be rude, but my ding-ding's out.
You can put your clothes on.
Thank you.
Sometimes
I
it's
get
good
dressed.
for everyone to get their ding-dings out. You know?
It's not. I don't think it's good for Crash.
Ding-ding, not a penis. Stop like that. Let's move on, hurry.
So, Crash, you get dressed.
Yes!
Someone.
So Thomas is still in that pod. There's nothing else that seems to be going on in this room.
Do we want to let Thomas stay where he is, or do we want to bring him out?
It's typically best to leave pilots.
Yeah, I don't think we're not supposed to. I mean,
I know we're not supposed to. I don't care if we're not supposed to. I'm
oh, do
asking
you
if
know
we
how to
want
work them then to turn them on and off?
Well, they press that button when we go in. All right, we won't do it. It's fine.
Okay, because that just seems really dangerous, and you play with other lives already a lot.
Yeah, against my will.
So-
I know.
Thomas is being re-educated like you are, but we're
They're
not.
just because he works for them,
So why
just
were
like we did.
Why were you chosen to be re-educated, but we were not chosen to be re-educated?
Because you're on a mission and I wasn't.
Oh, so just convenience.
Yeah.
The only reason.
Right.
Okay.
So there is a reader screen in the room that kicks up as you are speaking, and it just flashes. Welcome back, pilots. Debriefing in the main lounge.
I love the main lounge. They have teas.
They do have a very large assortment of teas.
Well, let's go to the main lounge.
I see you're all already dressed.
Mm-hmm. We were dressed before.
Yeah.
I really feel like you're missing out on something.
What is it? Is it just more freeing? Is it? What?
I don't know. It just feels more real that way.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
But now that I'm out, it's best to get dressed in case the sun gets on me.
I think that I would go up to my room and change again out of these.
Before the debriefing?
Yes.
Okay.
Because
I'll just go wait.
So when you walk into the main lounge area, there is a view screen that is up above the mantle, as you've seen it in the past, and this time, there is a face standing that up on the view screen.
It's not blurred out?
It's not blurred out.
Holy shit.
And it's not, what do I say? It's not blurred out. It's not, scrambled or a silhouette or anything like that. And, it's a woman who appears to be in her, probably mid-50s or so, and she's acting as though she can see you, which, from what you've experienced in this section before, you know that there are some cameras, that there's it's a bit of a video conference thing going on, and she looks out and she says, "Welcome back, pilots. I'm glad that you were safe."
Thank you, clear-faced woman.
who are you?
You can call me Nancy.
Thank you, Nancy. Why does it sound like an insult?
Hey, oh man, I'm going to take you so good with this week's fun. It's a doozy. I've been saving this one.
Oh,
It came to me randomly, and I knew it would be the end-all be-all of puns.
my gosh.
None will be able to escape it. It's just too good.
I'm looking forward to this.
Oh my goodness.
I like that it's a pun with a setup.
Yeah, I like that there's a build up to it.
We won't be able to escape it.
I know.
Well, we won't. We're forced to sit here and listen.
So you're right.
Yeah, so she says, you can call me Nancy.
Okay, hi Nancy. Who are you?
I am your contact.
With
What happened to
The
Blurry
village.
Face Guy?
Well, to be candid, at this point, we've worked with you long enough. We've had enough opportunity to monitor your behavior, and we had a good enough conversation with your friend and colleague Crash that we believe you are safe
From what?
for us,
To do what with?
that you are not a threat.
Why would we be a threat to you when
Because-
you took us?
Because we worked for the program. They took us from the program.
Oh, as if our loyalties were still there and not here.
You don't know much.
I don't understand you.
It's all right, Crash.
I apologize that so little has been shared with you up until this moment. Candidly, it is dangerous anytime we extract someone from the program to assume that they will be open to another point of view. And we've been burnt by that in the past.
And a bunch of our friends have actually died. At least one of them has. So, it's dangerous for us too. So let's do a little share, and I think that's fair.
Also, things are bad for me.
Why are they bad for you?
I don't know. I just wanted to get up and on the one-upping.
It's a good Tyra impression. It was good.
I trust that your accommodations have been comfortable so far.
yes, they have been.
Yeah.
Thank you. Could you give us more info about...
What would you like to know?
I want to know why you put us here.
Because this house is safe.
What will the people who work at the program do to us, or you? What is the threat?
Well, the threat is the program itself.
Why?
You are aware of what they've been doing.
I'm aware that they took us, put us in pods, and hoped that the powers we used there came back with us.
Correct.
How is that any different than what you're asking us to do?
They're murdering people on other worlds to do it?
As
Right,
your
so-
colleague said,
And you're not?
we try not to.
Okay. So they murder avatars. You don't. I'm gonna need more than one difference.
They also murder people?
People, pilots, worlds,
Why?
they continue to seek out the core behind all of it.
Great, so it's all just collateral then. They don't care, they're just going on their main quest trying to figure it out.
Well, we could use the bomb dilemma. Let's say that you are the person with the nuclear weapon. But then somebody else gets the nuclear weapon, but you don't want them to have it.
Right.
So you take it from them, or you threaten to use your nuclear weapon on them, right? But since these are secret nuclear weapons, you really can only just take it from them and kill anybody who knows about it so nobody else finds out. It's like that.
As you've probably
Right,
guessed, the
I get
program
that.
began as an attempt to build the ultimate soldiers.
Right, because the powers that could be taken. Right, so why do we in this world need ultimate soldiers?
The same reason any corporation or government would seek anything of power. Power itself, influence.
So it's just power and preparation. There's no this is not we know in the year blah de blah that something's gonna happen,
Some
and that's
sort of
what
external threat.
Right,
so
we're prepared.
Wait,
We're
are
not,
you asking if they can tell the future now?
well, I don't know.
It's a valid question.
I'm wondering did they start to create the ultimate soldier in preparation for a specific event, or was it just a power and abstract thing? Does that make sense? I don't think I'm asking a weird question here.
The program began as part of a series of experiments and technological innovations a number of years ago. I've heard different versions of how it officially started, and so I won't confuse you with too many details.
That's good. There can be multiple origin movies now.
And who made those discoveries?
Who made which discoveries?
The ones that the program uses. Did they discover them themselves, or are you guys called the founders because you found them first?
Oh, yeah, that's a good question.
The process of the metapods began with the program. It
Okay.
began as an attempt to gain power, influence, explore other worlds, other realities, conquer them if necessary. All of the things that I'm sure by now you have suspected as you have leapt from reality to reality.
So what are you...
So where did the split happen?
Yeah.
Where's the turning point in this story? And then they took over the world, or
Yeah, what did you
and then
found?
the good man scientist, woman scientist split
Years
off.
ago, on a program mission, there was a disaster which occurred, ending in the loss of most of the pilots involved
Okay.
and much of the reality they had inhabited. One of the remaining pilots, survivors from it, as he fled the facility from which he had worked, came to the conclusion that the program itself was evil and could not be allowed to continue. Over time, he managed to get in contact with other pilots at other sites, and
That
slowly,
had left, or that were still part of the program.
and slowly but surely, the founders were created.
By ex-program members.
Is the basis to fight the program? Is it the founders versus the program, or is it just two things working side by side, not together but in parallel?
There is no love lost between the founders or the program.
So are you just trying to stop the program, or do you have a different goal?
There are some in the founders who more than likely could consider taking things too far. But for most of us, our goal is and always has been to prevent the program from unlocking the full secrets and potential of the metaverse.
Implying you know what that is.
We have ideas.
Okay.
Some of our agents who you've run into, Tessa for one, I'm sure she spoke to you about the children.
Mm-hmm.
It's still a bit of a riddle to us exactly who they are and where they are, but we know that their role is imperative in the formation of the metaverse. And that unlocking their potential and finding them is one of the core goals of the program.
Finding the children.
So they're not at the program.
No.
They don't know what the children are.
As I said, there are theories,
Okay.
but no one is quite certain. The existence of these so-called children alone is still shrouded in mystery. It began as some whispers in a reality explored by pilots of ours years ago.
So how long has the program been doing this? I mean, this technology is definitely above and beyond what we were used to, right? Now, I understand that technology can advance without the public knowing about it, but it also seems like the story you're telling me seems like a long story of years or decades of work.
Decades ago, the beginnings of the program stumbled across technology that
Shouldn't have been there. But it's decades.
is most likely not of this earth.
So it's been a long time, though. It's how long for the founders? Also decades, or are the founders a recent branch off of, 5 years ago is when we decided they were bad, or was it 45 years ago? I mean, how long has this resistance, quote unquote, been?
The founders as a resistance organization have been around for several years, but even our own origins have not been fully revealed to each and every member who has joined them, primarily to candidly protect the whole. We're outnumbered,
Right.
and despite the facility that you find yourself inside right now, and I apologize for using that word,
Well, it's all right. It's got a creepy door.
we've meant to have that fixed for years. I do apologize.
Good.
There's some WD-40 in the closet behind you. It's a whole tool chest, tool room.
Good ambiance, though.
Yeah.
Protect.
Say it. Spit it out. Come on, girl.
I couldn't tell if he's trying to talk.
Oh, don't worry about
Fine.
her.
I don't
She's
want to
fine.
cut anyone off, or
I'm lost mid-soliloquy, so go ahead and ask your
all
question.
ideas to be explored before I ask my next thing, which is different.
Fire
Who cares?
away off.
Fire away.
Okay, you said that some metapilots talked about what the reality was like with the children. What did they say?
Oh, yeah.
Very little. They're somehow involved in the creation of the metaverse itself. And as small as that information is, it cost us several pilots to learn that much.
Okay. So if I put this together correctly.
That's what I was telling you. The mansion, for all of its splendor around you, we are still greatly outnumbered and outgunned and out-resourced by the program. Hence the need to keep you separated from most of our other pilots. Hence the need to ensure that you were not a mole or other agent of the program.
No, I got that now. That all makes good sense. Is the purpose of the founders to eradicate the program, or is it simply to keep the program's hands out of whatever this ultimate power is?
It's whatever it takes. The technology exists, it's on this planet. At this point, there's no way of putting the toothpaste back in the tube.
Right, okay.
So what the founders have been doing for the last couple of years is just playing cleanup for the program.
Right, but I understand that, but is that
Okay,
the...
then I don't finish.
Oh, sorry, no, continue.
No.
No, come on.
No.
Go ahead, Crash. What were you
No.
going to say?
You go.
Well, I understand they've been doing cleanup. I just want, is that the goal? Is that
Is what the goal?
to continue through eternity just doing cleanup?
If it was possible to stop the program once and for all, that would be ideal. That's a big if.
If.
So now that you know you can trust us, will we be able to be with other of your pilots and not be so isolated?
You've met them in some of the other realities you've been in. And yes, trusting you to meet them in this world, this thing that we call home, is certainly much safer now. And I do apologize for the secrecy and the inconvenience.
Well,
In Crash's case, he had someone advocating for him early.
oh, his
And
sister.
I will confess that led to
Maybe.
him being trusted slightly faster than usual.
What is it?
I would trust Crash before I would trust myself. I'll be honest with that.
Yes, his sister, Tessa, who you've met.
What does it mean to be re-educated?
Means to learn some of the secrets of the program, the founders.
Okay.
It's honestly not a term many of us use.
Oh.
It's the one Crash used, so I
It
assumed
carries
it
a lot
was-
of connotations.
What term do you use more commonly?
Orientation.
Oh, see? I don't think I would have been as upset if it was orientation instead of re-education. I thought they were brainwashing you, Crash. I was really worried about you.
Are you?
I will tell you no, and it will be up to you to choose whether or not you believe me.
Because you can't believe me.
I like that answer.
Why's that?
I don't know.
Why?
Ominous?
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying if you're not going to believe them, then you're not going to believe me if I tell you no.
I don't think Crash is saying that you shouldn't believe him. I think he...
Just saying that if I told you they're
Felt
not
that you
brainwashing
weren't.
me, you wouldn't believe me.
Oh, I see. I see what you're saying now. I see what you're saying now.
And it's not because of the way I am, it's because of the way you are.
Right. No, I understand. That makes
Okay.
sense.
What next?
Well... If I understand everything correctly, I would say that you have about 30 minutes or so to take a shower, grab some food, do whatever you need to do to recover from your time in the reality in which you were in. And we will have a group arriving to take you to a more secure new location.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. What do we provide for you? I mean, what? I guess I'm a very selfish person. I'm learning as we go through this. What do we get out of this? Crash volunteered. I was against my will brought into the program as
Same.
right, and then against my will
We
brought
talked
in.
about this when you got here. When we
It's
all
up-
got here.
It's up to you, Rosie.
You can go home.
It's up to you, Aquamarine.
I have nowhere to go.
We can go home.
Your continued involvement with the founders is your decision. I will confess to you, it is unlikely that the program will allow you to live knowing what you know.
See?
And
Well,
I
that's good to
apologize
know.
that you have been pulled into this mess.
Well, no, you didn't pull us in. If everything you're saying is true,
did.
it wasn't you who pulled us in.
So they picked us because they thought we were special,
Right.
and now we're here with you.
Hashtag Google. As I was going up the stair, I met a man who wasn't there. He wasn't there again today. Oh, how I wish he'd go away.
Thank you, chat.
Thank you.
I guess this is it's just selfish for me, and I'm sorry that I don't understand it, and I'm sorry that I'm behind everyone. Are we saving the world? I mean, what? Is that the point? Is that we're all heroes? We're saving the world, or is it? I mean, if I walk away from this, I'll get killed. Okay, well that's a good reason to not walk away then. But like, I guess I just. What's the point? What's the purpose?
The meaning of life?
All right, I'll take it. I just needed one.
That's 42.
I'm sorry, everyone. I'm sorry I'm having a problem with this. Let's just move on.
It's nothing new.
I know it's nothing new, which is why I shouldn't have a problem with it, so let's move on.
It's your
No, I mean,
decision,
you're
Rosie.
having a problem.
If you want to remain as part of this, it's your decision.
Right, I was just... If there's anything to tell us, like, hey, you should do this because humanity is at stake. Or if it's just like, hey, you
most
should do
likely
this because
is.
you shouldn't die. I mean, you know.
It most likely is, and you most likely will.
Okay. Well, then I'm on board.
So we got how long to take a shower then?
Probably 25 minutes now or so.
That seems like a lot of time, but I bet it's not. I'm gonna go. We should get ready
We should. It's a great idea.
since we're gonna get moved.
Yes.
So you each head off to your room, and you begin the process of doing whatever little, whatever process you need to get yourself all set and going.
Do we have? Could I go to their rooms?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you in the same quarters?
I think
You've
we have
each
our
got your own room.
rooms.
Yeah, we each have our own room.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess I'll knock on whoever's door is closest first.
Whichever one.
Doesn't matter.
Anybody? I don't go into these rooms.
I'm right by the door because I'm doing my last bits of centering yoga. I kicked the door open with my foot.
So we should go home alone the house then, right?
Home Alone the house?
We should home alone the house.
Like get it all set up for the robbers?
Right.
Why?
Why did we
Give
see
me
her
yes,
face?
but
I don't
why?
trust anybody whose face I don't see. Or who I do see. We've never seen her
Okay.
face before, and it was a her today, and it was a face I could see.
Oh my god. Yeah, if you think so, then
And
let's...
why are they moving us? And what's Thomas still doing in a pod? And where's everybody else?
I agree. Let's get Rosie in on this.
That's what I'm saying.
She's
We
right
should-
next to me.
Okay, let's go to her room and tell her.
Smack, smack. It's right next to mine.
Like,
Oh.
walk.
Can we...
Yeah.
No, let's do
This is
that
my walk.
instead.
My hallway walk.
Okay, we're going into Rosie's room. Yeah.
Okay.
Come on. Oh, this is a cute
Oh no,
little
I'm watching.
smile
You guys
there.
are like, you guys are. You go ahead.
It's been so serious when Michael skipped down the hallway.
Yeah. Hey, Rosie.
Yes?
There's a lot of things that are
And we
raising some
think it
red
may be
flags
a
over here.
conspiracy, and this is totally your thing.
I agree.
So you want to come home alone the house with us, or what?
Sure thing.
We have paint cans.
Paint cans are good. We'll time to rope.
They're empty, though.
That's all right. I'm sure we can find something to put in them.
How about rocks?
Sounds good.
So I think we've homed alone the house a little bit.
I think we're just doing the paint can on the stairs, though. I think that's really the only
It's
thing
the
we
only thing
can
we
do
really
in
have
30
time
minutes.
for. I mean, we really only have time.
And
He
only,
had hours.
it's if they don't
He
knock.
literally had hours.
Right, we have 25 minutes. At this point, it's probably like 10.
Yeah, one paint can, one piece of string.
Yeah.
You've made me hit the sauce again. I just want to point that out.
That's true.
Just in case. You can never be too careful.
Should we set up a fake Christmas party in someone's room?
Okay.
That's a lot. I feel like
just
just get the
paint
door.
it.
I feel like just get the
next
doorknob
time,
hot.
because this could be a false Home Alone moment. In which case, I would be very embarrassed if there was a whole fake Christmas party
So
happening.
as you guys are walking around and such, checking out how you're going to home alone the house, you do go to some of the rooms of the other pilots who had been here with you, had been staying with you.
Yeah.
And you see the room, the dorm room, whatever you want to call it, that Jenica, for example, has been completely stripped out and cleaned. Like none of her stuff is in there.
Yeah. Creepy.
Same for Jebediah, same for Nick, for anyone who you've interacted with in the mansion.
Yeah, creepy.
Scott, John, like any of them, like their stuff is all the only three. There's 4 rooms that have stuff in it.
That.
It's the 3 of you in the room where Thomas's stuff is.
Creepy. It's the face.
I would like to leave a note for Thomas.
Like tape it on the front of his Metapod on a Post-it.
No, I thought we'd leave it in his room so it's a little bit more secretive.
Oh, smart.
Although I love the idea of coming back to the meta reality, opening your eyes and being like, "Did you drink my milk?"
That's hilarious.
Worst roommate ever.
I had roommates that did that.
The milk drinking roommate. They were vegan. Why
They were
would they
vegan.
drink your milk?
But they left They left passive aggressive notes everywhere.
Your dairy is getting on my non-dairy.
Right, like did you put dairy on the top shelf? Like, well, I'm the only non-vegan, so yeah, it was me, passive aggressive asshole.
And what would have been great is if you wrote that on that note.
Oh, it happened after a while.
Like,
It happened after a while.
yes, it was me, you passive aggressive.
Hashtag overruled. The trap that totally isn't a trap, but is probably a trap.
Thank you,
Yes.
chat.
It's not. But
And
it
this is not,
probably is.
but it probably is.
Probably a trap. The trap.
So those 30 minutes do go by pretty quickly.
Yeah. I leave a note for Thomas.
I'm thinking some nails and stuff. Make it more of an adult Home Alone trap. You know.
That's cool.
Hashtag overruled.
You start hearing-
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah, you start hearing some helicopter sounds.
I just want to let you know
From the
that
distance.
everything, all of the information we learned is in the note to Thomas. And also how we feel about how we're going to continue to go along, but we're still not, it's not like we're trusting them. Also, he was part of the program, so like, hey bro, you have some splaining to do. Lucy
For sure.
style.
Yep.
You
But
write that. That's there too, right?
Right, Lucy style.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Hey, bro,
Ricky
you have
style,
some
but
explaining to do.
Lucy
I like that.
is the splainer.
You hear the sound of some helicopters
Oh yeah.
coming in your
They
direction.
are.
And you go to a window, you look out, and you see 5 of them
Five.
5 transport helicopters.
in formation coming towards
5
towards
transport
Like in a
helicopters
V?
in formation.
the mission. Yes, they are.
Clearly, transport helicopters.
They are larger Chinook style.
Oh, okay.
Kind of
Oh.
ones you could fit a lot of gear or people
Pods.
in.
More than 3 people, though.
Oh yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you could definitely carry some pods in those. Definitely could carry some pods.
You could get some pods and some people.
Yeah.
People
And
pods?
I wish Nathan was here.
and you all
He has a gun.
I have a gun.
Are those
So-
helicopters black?
they are.
Those are black helicopters. That's never
And
a
as
good
they're getting
sign.
closer, you're starting to pick out details and stuff on them. As you're looking at, there's actually a pair of convenient binoculars.
Binoculars?
Like there's all sorts
Oh.
of stuff in this house. You've
Yeah.
you've
For
explored
naval
around.
action.
Just
There actually
right, the local-
there is a weapons room that you've found.
What?
A mild armory. It's locked up, but it's there.
Oh,
Holy shit! How come nobody ever let me in there?
and,
Never
Get
mind.
in.
I know the answer to
Yeah.
that.
Let
as
me
you're
get in there before we go.
As you're looking through the binoculars, you start noticing something seems a little bit off, and it takes you a little bit to think about what it is. And what you realize is that there isn't really any like brand marks or logos on these things,
Hash cheat code.
Yes.
but you can see the pilot of the lead helicopter as it's coming towards, and you remembered the guys who rescued. I'm going to say rescued you off of the truck. Mm-hmm. You remember, like the people who helped you. They were the people who.
Yeah.
Long story short, you've seen operatives of the program, you've seen operatives of the founders who got you into this mansion.
Yeah.
And that pilot is clearly dressed the way the program people had been dressed.
Those are bad guys.
And these 5 copters
Weapons room.
start coming down towards the mansion. Yeah, what do you do?
Go to the weapons room
Go
to pick
go
and
go
slap.
through the weapons room.
Yeah.
Yes, we
Quickly
don't have enough
open
meta
that
points to
door.
do anything awesome yet. So
Can
You got 2 meta points, you got some cheat codes, you've got 1 memories.
Well, can we get some
You got a
weapons
lot of vocal
first?
fry going on.
yeah, we got to grab weapons because we can't use any
Yep.
powers without meta points.
Number 1.
Well, you've got your basic powers from the pre-show buffs, so you have access to those.
Right, but that doesn't encourage people to get meta points.
I'm
does
just
it?
making sure that you know that that's there. Like, just so you remember. So you start thumbing through the lockers and stuff, and there's an array of assault rifles and pistols and things like that in here. I don't know how many of you actually have gun skills or such. You've got some.
I've got some pretty good gun
You've got some
skills.
amazing video game gun skills. Yes.
No, but I'll look for rope. I mean, I'll take if there's tactical rope or something in
Yeah,
here.
there's some stuff you could use for that.
I'd like some knives. Is there a sword?
Sure. Yeah, there is.
I would like the
Why
sword.
not? There is. There's a sword.
I'll take
So
as
you-
many.
you-
I'll take
okay.
guns. I can't use it well, but I'll
That
take
sword.
it.
But if we get enough meta points, you could tap into Annie Oakley and be awesome with
I
guns.
know. Or at least think I'm really awesome
And the
with
helicopters
guns.
start touching
I think she
down in
was
the
really
land,
awesome.
and
That's
they're surrounding the mansion as they come down and land. And
Great.
they all
Thomas-
touch base. The sides out of them, you just see these trooper soldier types just start hopping off, and they're all dressed out in full tactical gear, and they all have weapons leveled towards the mansion, and they start kind of hustling their way towards the mansion.
You guys wanna
Well,
leave?
Leave?
the house is in the middle of nowhere. We're just going to be targets if we leave.
Okay, what's your plan?
Well, I don't have one. I'm just, if we run into the open, aren't we way easier for them to see and shoot?
Yeah?
Yeah.
But if we stay in here, we're much easier to find.
Unless
I mean, yeah.
we had more time to home alone this house.
25 minutes was not enough, but I do have a paint can.
They're now taking positions around the building, and a few of them are starting to move towards the front door.
Let's lock and load.
Yeah, guess we're gonna have to.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
What's that mean, Keen? What is that about?
That was
A cheat code?
I think that
meta
might have been
point.
meta points.
Ooh, yes.
Oh, good.
I think those were meta points that just happened. They didn't.
Yes, we need that. The
They
way
didn't get
meta
hit.
points are working today is we need 3 of them to do cool shit, right?
Yes. And the lock and load did not have a hashtag, so AK will probably fix that.
Because people need to do awesome things.
Thank you,
Right.
chat. And so, yeah, there's a few of them that come up to the front door, and if you remember, I know you haven't seen a picture of it, but picture big open entryway, nice balcony going around, looking down, grand staircase, side rooms, all of that. Front door is where they're starting to come in from right now. Where would you guys be in this situation?
I'm going to be up at the top of the stairs with a paint can and a
Yes.
piece of rope.
I like it. Rosie, Alchemy, what are you guys doing?
I'm writing a haiku.
Okay.
I will be somewhere concealed, but maybe in front of where Crash is and
Lady
Rosie-
Vale style up on the ceiling?
Can I get walkie-talkies for everybody too?
You can.
In
You
the-
did-
in
yeah,
the
you
weapon
found that in
room?
that weapons. Yeah.
Great, so we all have radios since we don't have nano wasps.
And as the this is so inconvenient that it happened right now, but as the guys start running towards the door, the vid screen kicks up for a
good.
moment, and it's kind of a frizzy image, and it's that same Nancy who was there before, and she goes, Metapilots, if you were not already aware of this, and she's kind of like looking around the room trying to see if she can see you guys, and you know what I mean, because she's got the video screen in there. She's like,
We've taken defensive positions.
excellent. We have people still on the way. It appears the founders have in fact found this, or the program has in fact found this location. I do apologize.
Clearly.
Protect yourself.
Nancy.
We will send all the help we can as soon as possible.
Great.
Thanks, Nance.
We'll try and stay alive for the next few minutes. How far are you out?
And she's already clicked off right then. So,
Okay, super.
and right then the
Great,
front
here we
door
go.
gets kicked in, and I need everybody to roll initiative.
I had a held action.
Yes.
Okay, I'm so close to finishing. They call the water bandits in Home Alone?
The wet bandit.
Wet bandit.
Wet bandits! It's been killing me here.
Oh my God. Yes.
All right, initiative.
Yes, please,
Oh
initiative.
my gosh. What?
12s?
Yes.
Yeah, I rolled crap.
Oh, I rolled good.
What'd you get?
It's plus ACV, right?
Yes.
So that's 36.
Wow. Good job, Crash.
18.
18.
14.
14. And I love that your first action is going to be throwing a paint can with nails. The front door kicks open, and 3 guys come running in immediately. One kind of forward, one to each side, each with little M4 type machine guns.
It's like the paint can from Home Alone, but it's got nails sticking out of every
Yes.
which way. Bad.
So they burst in, and you've got the first initiative. So the first thing Crash does is you swing down a nail-filled paint can at one of the lead guys that you filled with rocks.
And then you did
So
the-
give
Filled with rocks with nails sticking
give
out.
me your attack roll. Mm-hmm. You'll be rolling D8s today because you're all the way pilot.
Remember that time where all the pilots totally did not die in the home invasion program? Hashtag memory.
Yes, yes, Chat. Yes. Thank you, Chat.
All right. 11. I beat it by 5.
By 5. They were not expecting that. I'm not even going to roll a defensive check because of all the things you could have done.
Yeah.
They did not see that coming. So the guy in the middle, he does take that rock paint can
With nails.
to the face, and it does impale into his face. He lets out a scream and pulls. And he had been practicing trigger safety, but at that moment he fails and he starts shooting and falls backwards with his paint can.
They have machine
Into his
guns.
face.
Over.
And he does a little
Crash.
Wilhelm scream, and bullets start flying and ricocheting around.
Yeah.
The two guys on his flank immediately
Whoa.
roll off to the side, and they look up at the top where you were doing this, and they start firing their machine guns at Crash. So, Crash, I will need a defensive check, please.
Yes, and I got a shitload of cover, so I'm taking it.
Yes, you should.
My defensive check is beat it by 2.
Okay, so that actually I only beat my attack roll by 1, so they miss you. All the bullets go wide as they're firing up in your direction. And you can see out the windows more of them starting to go around the building and such.
Only memories were as beautiful as #MetaPoints or even shattered pictures.
True.
Thank you, chat.
Oh, of the times I've left behind.
And so, you can see some of them. You hear windows starting to break elsewhere in the mansion as they're starting to come from sides and things like that.
Whoa.
And it is now Rosie's turn.
Well, upon seeing the success of Crash Jackson's impromptu Home Alone moment, Rosie is inspired to channel Hex Destiny for 3 meta points
Okay.
to cast a haiku spell,
Okay. Go for it.
which is Home Alone this house, including the Christmas stuff, party is immune. So the house will actually get all of
I love
I'm
it.
instantly home aloneing it.
That's really smart.
Perfect.
But we're immune to it.
I love it.
The party is immune to. So
I love it.
As far as I can remember, there's the broken ornaments,
Christmas ornaments.
right? And there's the hot doorknob.
Yep.
Oh,
The
yeah.
paint cans are now. You've got a second set of paint cans
There's
now.
a sticky thing that takes off their
Yeah.
shoes and makes them
Definitely,
step
right?
on light
Oh,
bulbs.
iron.
The
There's
iron, the hot iron.
Have you ever read that cracked article about that? Like, he would have actually killed them.
Oh, yeah.
Several times.
Oh,
Like,
my gosh,
it's
yeah,
a beautiful article about
Repeatedly.
it. Like,
Yeah.
But so so if they move into a different room, there's a Home Alone item there.
I'm on board, and I will
Okay.
extrapolate, go further. There's also some,
I also feel like I just hack attacked this kind of, and it makes me
the
very happy.
TVs. That's
good spell.
that's the idea. The TVs start going on around the house.
Yeah,
Playing,
oh, yeah.
What is
The
it?
guy.
Keep the change, you
filthy
animal. What is it? Angels, dirty angels, or it's
Something like
And
that.
there's the
Yeah.
balloon guys in front of the window, right? And there's Christmas music.
And
right?
the
Yes.
dancing.
That's the balloon
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
And there may
Walking around.
there may or may not be an old creepy man walking through the house now with a shovel.
Shovel,
Yes.
thank you.
Just so you know,
good.
I shouldn't have told you that, except that
In the second movie, there was a lady who lived in Central Park with pigeons.
yeah. Second movie also had someone else who made a cameo who
Yeah.
I'm not going to allow into the show.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway.
Curry would be great. I'm thinking
Yeah.
of someone else in the hotel.
Let's just go with Tim Curry.
Yeah.
We
Angels with dirty halos.
Yes, and we turn it all the way up.
Yes.
Cricket.
Angels with dirty halos. That's what it's called. So more of these guys start busting the sides, and the two came in front door, start attacking. Rosie, it's now your turn. You did your thing.
I did my thing.
Aquamarine, you are on.
Okay, but this is happening. Okay, so then I want to run over.
Change, you filthy animal.
#habitat all those pipes running under the house. And the Olympic pool in the basement. I kid, and all that applesauce in the kitchen.
I'll find out what the Hacketite is. It's not there yet. Thank you very
Oh,
much.
wow.
Yes,
Oh,
Mark.
you know they're just gonna flood something.
Mark, awesome work on that.
The second adventure. Okay,
Would you like
running
to-
over to the mechanism that releases the iron,
Yes.
and I'm gonna man that.
Okay, sounds
And
good.
it's I'm
There
hoping-
is a guy who is within range of it right
Oh, okay. I was hoping there might have been like a bunch of guys running towards it that might
now. There's just the
domino.
3 who
There's
came in
just
at
3.
first.
Oh, that's
More are
right.
going to start coming in. I've got
Okay.
5 helicopters worth of people.
It's
to
true.
start
Oh, and
with
there's
this year.
ice. There's ice.
Oh yeah, there's lots of stuff that'll be coming.
So I'm trying to remember
So-
the damn movie.
Iron.
So
Release.
you release a hot iron at one of the guys as well.
can-
Give me an attack roll, please.
I hit it right on the nose.
Perfect. This guy was also not expecting it, so I'm not going to give him a defensive check, just because it's the first round and there's no way they were expecting you to home alone the
So not
house.
in here.
Perfect.
I love the different verbs that we come up with on this show. And on other shows, like we had goosed it on DFA.
Yeah.
We've home alone to house. What else have we turned into verbs? There's been several
Oh,
like
so
this.
many.
Anywho,
Come across.
so how much did you make the check by
I got it right on the nose.
for your ACV? Right on the nose is a good way of putting it.
Chris, I'll be an honest player. I didn't even roll for that. Do I have to for meta points?
You do actually. You need to make a 12 check.
It should be a soul thing, right?
It will be just a 12. It's just all I need is just be
Oh,
a
nice.
12.
12 on my 8s.
Oh,
Just
that's the
12?
skill check you were talking
That's the
about.
skill check I'm talking about. It's just treated as a straight 8 regardless of whatever
Great.
it would have been for the character or anything else. Because one number is so much easier to remember.
Yeah. So it's
Oh,
basically
man. Okay, I'm
basically
gonna-
a power usage score of 12.
I'll use my Patreon to make it.
Habitat the house floods with applesauce.
Oh,
Fridge.
it's a real thing. Don't worry, it will happen, chat. Thank you. I'm not going to do it right away, but
Really?
Home Alone house.
Floods? We
no,
could,
this is
look,
easy for me to pull off. Don't worry. Like, this
no,
is
yeah,
totally gonna
it's just
happen.
great.
It's all good.
I'm not even worried about it. I'm just saying, called it.
Yes.
I'm just like,
Yes.
at some
And
point,
it's
right,
great,
like,
because I'm out. No, I'm not out. I got the ones that you guys
I brought the entire
Chat, we've
box.
been in a relationship for
Booyah.
so long now that you've become predictable. Maybe dress up every once in a while, you know?
I'll try.
Put on something nice when we're going out.
Sorry.
Not you, you're fine. Gorgeous. I'm talking about chat.
I like the floods.
Hey,
This
no,
one's applesauce.
I like to be on top too.
So,
but I'm just saying.
well played. So,
I'm waiting for us to like flooded with emotion. Like, how many different ways of flooding? That's what I want.
emotional flooding. That's
what
great.
I'm saying. Is don't just flood us.
So the iron
Then other ways.
smacks him into the forehead, and it is red hot.
I was
because
gonna
it's
say,
what
now
he's
he
supposed to
has
have
a
been.
forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in this
Also
case, that's actually
applesauce.
even more worse, awful thing.
Because he's wearing the
Because he's wearing like this
slot
plastic
mask. Do you want
slot mask and
applesauce
stuff, so
with
it's
this?
melting part of it as it hits. And so that he starts
Yes.
screaming because now it's like melting into his skin. And while it isn't enough to incapacitate him except of like killing him,
That's what I
it
did.
absolutely messes up his eyesight, and he's freaking out. He is also like the guy who just took nails to the face out of the game, so to speak.
Great.
Yeah, so that is going to bring us back up to the top, up to Crash. However, before that happens, as you guys have been starting to, as soon as Rosie starts trying to tap into her, into Hex Destiny's stuff, Rosie, I need you to make a roll on Vocal Fry.
Kristen, it would be more impressive that you know us so well. If you were reading the chat.
Well played, chat. Well played.
I actually can't see what they're planning, though.
I
I wish
today
I
you're not
could,
watching.
but I just can't.
Also, it's harder to read chat while you're up here than you think. Like, you can look down for a second, and then it's.
Yeah, you can maybe read the bottom line.
But,
I rolled a 7.
so who did that give you?
That gave me
It's on your story
Millennia.
feed.
Ooh, perfect.
Zilenia? There you go. So in your attempt to tap into the your memories of Hex Destiny and invoke her magic.
Wait, but
in
I
this
want the
world-
magic to work. I was successful.
It did. It was successful.
Okay, I just also
But
get the. Okay.
Additionally, you find
okay.
yourself kind of overcome by this desire, or not desire to, but you find yourself communicating the same way that she would. Aqua, I need you to
Just wanna
roll a
sit down
d12
with
as
a
well,
poem.
please.
Okay, I'm gonna roll to 12.
What'd you get?
I got a 3.
So you've got the sheet. What is it?
Bombshell.
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 And then Crash. I need you to make a roll as well, please.
All right. I'm good at 12s, right? Yes, of course. I got a 6.
6, Gatling.
All right.
There you go.
I know him.
You know him well.
Trident, sure.
Okay, so that occurs. Crash, we're back up at the top of the initiative. It is your turn. There is one guy left in the entryway, and clearly several others from outside who are starting to make their way into the building from other locations.
And I gotta get up on, like, because I imagine there's like the landing as you're going around the stairs.
Yeah.
I hop up onto the top of the landing instead of hiding behind it.
Yeah.
And to quote the name of a very good friend of mine,
I miss Gab.
Geronimo. And I totally drop the whole crash.
I'll just splash onto the one guy who's
Going
left.
for the splash right on top of that last
Give
guy.
me
so I can
splash
land.
damage.
So I can land in front of the doorway with all the guys running up.
Yeah.
So I can land right in front of them, smashing their friend to the ground in a cool superhero pose.
So you land doing the superhero pose onto him?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So are you going to
So I'm
use...
hitting him knee first, really.
So are you going to use any meta points then to also... what I want to say, to invoke that kind of Titan-esque power as you drop down?
I'm really just letting myself fall maybe story and a half to
Okay,
the
so
ground.
you're choosing raw momentum.
My current ability allows me to soak most of that up.
Exactly. So
I'm
go ahead
gonna-
and give me the attack roll. Just a 2d8 roll versus your ACV or whatever type you need. And guys, we are $20 away from you unlocking your boosted ability.
Then I
too.
really could have made a dent in the ground.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
They should donate while you're rolling, right?
The
it's a terrible idea.
But then
Sorry.
next turn he could do his Titan
No, I'm
with
just
more
being a
inside.
butthead.
I
I'm
know.
very buttheady.
Ooh, I got a 7, so I beat it by 7.
He tries.
Oh, wait, 8. I beat it by 8.
He tries to roll out of the way, and wow, I missed that defensive check by enough to where I think he misses his next defensive check as well.
Holy crap.
I would have rolled great if I was trying to roll high.
So,
you land right on top of him.
Right, and how much damage would I take from the fall?
You would normally have taken 20 points of damage from the fall, so you'll take 10 points of damage.
I'll take 10 points of damage from the fall, and
you will do an
he
extra
will
10
take-
points on your attack.
So he'll take 40 points of damage.
There you go.
Except I beat it by 8, so I do extra damage, right?
10 is where it's the
10 is where it
critical.
does
Yeah,
extra
yeah.
damage. Okay.
Although we might modify that since we're in this reality. In fact, I'm going to give you the extra 2 because of circumstances. So yeah, you drop right on top of him and just knock him out.
Cool.
Thank you, chat.
Yay! Also,
Yay.
Chris, if you want to take 3 vocal fries off.
All right, thank you.
Sorry, just so I know I don't want it to get away from us and then.
Well, and I've been tracking these ones. I've tracked on my
Right,
pad
that's what I
because of-
noticed. You
yeah.
scratched them up there, but not on the.
Yeah, no, thank you for reminding me. And I think I did remove your meta points from earlier. So you fall down, you take out that guy. On their turn,
And I say, won't you come in and make yourselves comfortable?
on their turn, several more of the guys start. The windows flanking the front door break as a thing of some stuff of tear gas gets thrown into the room,
Gross.
and those canisters land and start whoosh, and more guys start running through the front door. In fact, it is 3 more guys come running through the front door, and you can hear from the broken glass elsewhere that more people
Tear gas
are
is
entering
supposed
the
to
building.
wait for us to come out. Ugh. They can't see either. Look.
So, up next is going to be Rosie. 3 more assailants have entered the table, the room.
This gas
arena.
chokes me like my soul is choked.
Oh, Selenia.
Yeah. I guess
Because you're
I'll-
Zelenia. I was like, why is she so down? Oh, right. Right, that's right.
I'm starting to write a poem, but it's getting too hard to see to write my poem. So I'm just gonna. I guess I'll lasso them.
You're going to lasso the tear gas containers?
Yeah.
Cool. You can lasso them and flick them back outside?
Yeah.
I like it. Give me the roll.
That's a 7, so I'd be about 5.
So you manage to, with that one shot, get both of your tear gas containers,
Yeah.
pull them together, and fling them back out the window.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Well played, Zelenia. Aquamarine, you are up next.
Yeah, like indie.
Thank you. Hello.
That's right, Bombshell.
How many of them are in here now?
3.
That's it.
That's 3. Just 3. I rolled a 3.
Only I had little nano wasps. But
Sure, you
it's
don't
just
have
my
that, no.
voice.
Just the voice.
All right. So yeah, let me do some of this. Use my meta point magic to access powers from another avatar business. That's what I want to do.
Fantastic. Do what you will.
Okay, so I use 3.
And you've got boosted abilities now.
Yeah!
Are boosted.
Yes, your abilities are boosted. And remember to take a look at what you can do with quote-unquote
Yeah,
memories as well, because that is one that you've already got access as a group
For sure,
2 of
for sure.
those. Aquamarine, you've got healing. Crash, you've got a fireball. Rosie,
And
you've
I
got
can
the
protect.
defensive reroll.
Great. I some of Lady Vale's powers.
Okay.
To use my
Textile kinesis.
my textile kinesis to tighten the clothing on these
Excellent.
men.
Give me the roll. I'll take away some meta points.
I rolled a 9.
You need to beat a 12, so you did successfully do it.
Ha-ha! Bombshell is here.
How many attacks does Aquamarine have?
Never fear. Aquamarine has 1.
Has one attack?
Lady Vale had
3.
That's what it was. So I tell you what, give me another roll.
Yeah.
I want to do
We'll
the
split
same
the
thing to
difference.
another one of them.
Yep, we'll split the difference.
I rolled an 8 that time.
All right, 4, absolutely. So they attempt to... Wow.
They're not going to be able to get out of this.
Wow.
They're going to be squeezed so hard.
Not rolling well. Ha! So both of them fail their defensive checks.
Take that.
And so 2 of the guys who just run in, they start, as they're trying to level their weapons at you to fire off.
Are you having
they're
trouble?
starting to like get constricted because their clothes are starting to constrict around them.
Yeah.
And they can't quite get their weapons. They're like shooting at the ground because they can't quite get it up. So they're like shooting down and can't. It's very embarrassing for them.
I laugh
And,
like Bombshell at them.
because it's a pun. It's a bad pun.
I like it.
It'll just keep
Pun
squeezing.
gave Christian that face. So they do fire off several shots, but they are just shooting wildly because they can't aim correctly. That brings us back up to the top on Crash. There's still 2 guys or 1 guy who's in the front door, not incapacitated. 2 are being constricted with their clothes. What would you like to do, Mr. Crash / Gatling?
All right, they're incapacitated because of their clothes?
Yes, because their clothes, you can visibly see that the clothes are shrinking on them.
Oh, so are they having trouble moving? Does that
They're having trouble with movement, yes.
Okay, excellent. That'll make it really difficult to get out of the way when I pick one of them up and hit the other 2 with him.
Sounds good. You give me the roll for that. You guys are down to 3
Please, make a series
points.
of grapple checks. Sorry, I'm just pretending it's 3rd edition.
I understand.
20 minutes later, we'll have a grapple check made. 12, so I beat it by 3.
Oh, because you're just doing this normally as opposed to using...
Can I call this a feat of super strength and use my Titan Punch for it?
You can absolutely use Titan Punch for it, yeah.
Or is that a huge
If you
waste
want
of
to use your Titan Punch for it, you don't have to roll at all. It'll just happen. If you want to knock all 3 of them out right now, you easily could.
Okay, well, I'm saying if I use it...
You've also got 2 rules of cool that'll be dropped pretty soon, just so you know.
I still want to hit one guy. I still want to hit 2 guys with one other guy because I think that would be awesome.
Go for it. You could we can burn 3 meta points and you could do it that way, or you could use your Titan Punch and do it that way.
I'll burn the 3 meta points because
Okay.
I haven't done that. Will that give me super strength for the scene or just for the
For
action?
that action right there, so you
Cool.
can take them all out. And you made your roll already, and you made your roll. So yeah, you pick up the 1 guy who is not currently incapacitated by the constriction of the clothes. And I rolled a 15 on my defensive check, which is not nearly enough. And you pick him up. In fact, I think you actually it's kind of like a cool baseball thing. Like you pick him up, throw him, catch him.
Catch him from the leg end and use the head end to.
Your aid, lest you need the classic hashtag to help rescue you.
Thank you, chat.
We need to clap.
And,
Now I'm just taking you out to the ball game.
Wonderfully played. And you coconut all 3 of them in the head. Bam, bam, bam. And they all drop to the ground. There's still, though, shots coming in from outside and more guys beginning to, pour in. And you're starting to hear sounds from people getting close on some of the side rooms and things like that. Rosie, you are up. Or actually on their turn. You see, Rosie, you see some guys starting to emerge. You're on the 1st floor or 2nd floor?
2nd floor.
2nd floor. You see some guys starting to emerge from the hallway down where your guys' bedrooms were.
Yeah.
And they're coming down. And clearly, if it was their turn, they'd be shooting, but they weren't able to use that action because they had to use double action to get in. So, in terms of they're Final Fantasying it right now, getting ready to take some shots. They can't wait to take some shots. Actually,
I'm
you know
being
what?
super defensive,
I like it.
like this.
Actually, I take that back because they would have done that on the first turn. A couple of them do fire off, so I will need 2 defensive checks from you.
Crap. Okay, I can do at least 1 with no penalty, which is a bad fail.
Okay, and then give me the second one.
And the second one, a -4 not with a negative.
Okay, so give me your 50-50 roll. Because for your pre-show
I'm
buff...
choosing odds. I get evens both
Okay.
of them. I shouldn't have rolled both.
For both?
One.
So they fire off twice. And you get hit for 20 points of damage on the first
Okay.
shot and 20 points of damage on the second shot.
So 40 total.
Yes, however, you also have your Patreon overshield.
Right, I'll say so I'll do 30 for
So
now.
take
Get
off
rid of
part
that.
of that. As they go. And Aquamarine. It's on you right now.
Oh, wait. That was them hitting me, though.
Yes, it was.
What about my turn?
I'm sorry. It's your turn, Rosie.
Thank you.
Thank you for reminding me,
No,
Rosie.
please.
Thank you so much.
That's all good. So now that I've been hit,
Yes,
I don't like it.
you
The
should.
only thing that pierces my soul are emotions, not bullets.
Damn straight.
Okay? I'm gonna use the last 3 meta points.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast another spell.
Okay.
But it's for everyone.
Cool.
Everyone, let's go. Connect to Inner Princess. Battle armor, go.
Yeah.
So you're summoning in the battle armor for everyone?
Yeah, so we can all have our princess battle armor.
Okay, give me the roll. You need to beat a 12 on your check.
I rolled a 4.
So you beat it by a lot.
Yeah.
And
That means that we get to do the magical space princess battle armor dance, but we don't lose a round.
yes, as you were sitting there, so this is all going on from somewhere beyond the ether magically. These,
If you want it, you cannot accept it. That's
Oh, I don't
fine.
have any,
Force.
so
Well, I think, but if you just connect
You
to your
still get
inner
some.
princess, I
Yeah.
feel like Crash has an inner princess.
I think Crash is his inner princess.
I think so too. You
So
do.
that
You
you
start
can-
this out of nowhere, out of the ethereal plane somewhere. These pieces of armor come flying out, it's coursing around you in a spiraling, glittery, shimmery, whatever, and slamming onto you, and
Yeah!
choose this whole sequence.
Give it to us. Oh,
Or
yeah,
whatever you do
Chris.
for your thing, and yes, as a result of that, you each get. It's just so ridiculous.
I
love
know.
it. I absolutely love it. Give me 1 second to open up that file, actually, because I've got those files.
I like it. I'm just glad that I was able to use my meta points
I love
to
it.
use 2 different worlds put together.
I love it.
Plus-
We're out of meta points now, chat.
I
So
know.
just so you're aware of that. But that is a great defensive move.
It's a flat armor rating and twice the hit points.
That's I wanted to take a look at the armor rating.
Oh, God.
So yeah, so functionally you now have twice the hit points
Yeah!
that you had.
Suck it, program.
And for your armor value, oh jeez, take 50 points of additional shielding in this case.
Yes.
Yep.
So
Oh, the music engine so sad.
actually, you know what? Rather than that, take 20 points of armor.
Okay.
And the difference is that the armor sticks and works every.
Every time.
It doesn't go away.
Yeah, it's armor.
That's great. So that's all we'll do. Same amount of hit points.
It's like damage reduction 20.
Great. Perfect. I
So
love
take
that.
damage reduction 20, and then also.
Let's keep it easy.
No, you also get the hit points.
We get the double hit points.
Yeah, it's part of what it does. It's there.
So cool.
So yeah, you guys are. It's fun.
Can my armor be
Prepared for
purple?
this. It is purple.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Indeed.
It's all purple.
It's whatever Crash's inner princess would be, which is
Actually,
purple.
you know what? Yeah, 20 points of armor. Okay. So that
Double
was
hit
Rosie
points.
Aquamarine. You are up next.
Okay.
Sure, you're still Zelania. You're still Bombshell.
Yeah.
In terms of voices.
So I'm Bombshell.
Yes.
But I've got my battle armor of Princess of Time.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we are right
And
now.
mine is the magical princess battle armor of rotating barrels
I like
Okay.
it.
and a fancy hat.
I like it.
So there's 3 dudes on the bottom, which is where I am.
Ingenuity.
Yes, all the ones on the bottom right now are incapacitated. There are people on the second floor who have come in who are firing off weapons.
Okay, then I just go up there in my battle armor, and I
You
just
run up
wanna,
to the second floor.
Yep, and I wanna use my giant arm, which I assume is huge.
Sure,
With
yeah.
armor.
It is an armor-plated arm, yeah.
When I move it, our sparkles come off
It
of
does.
it, right?
You trail sparkles.
Great.
You're like one of those obnoxious
The-
mouse things in the 90s on people's websites. Remember, you
Yeah.
move somewhere and like
yeah.
glitter would follow you.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love
That's
it.
what it looks like.
I had it
So
on my
good.
desktop.
Yeah, everywhere
me
you
too.
go, it's just
Really?
glitter flying everywhere.
So that's me. So I want to use my big arm and like knock him back.
So how would Bombshell say that?
Watch out, program members! Watch out for my big sparkly arm! That's what she'd say.
That's true. So you run upstairs
That's
and
what
you
she'd
just
say.
That's canon now.
smack one.
Sparkle arm!
Give me your attack roll.
With just this arm, because this arm has it on my hip for staff. I got a 7, so
You
I
beat it
beat
by.
it. 5?
I made my defensive check on the dot, so you totally succeed.
Haha!
Crack into the first guy with your dismissive wave of your sparkly arm and smack him upside the head.
I make this face.
Yep. Let's see.
So, we know Crash gets a battle born, right?
Mm-hmm.
We know when it has to be truly special because that's what is truly part of his soul. I mean soul. Hashtag Metapoint.
Oh, no.
Rocket boots.
Oh
Okay.
Forever.
Thank you.
Thank you
Chad.
for the meta point, which
Woo! Yes!
which I could spend to stop using the Gatling voice at any time, and other than that, it's completely useless to me. Thank you.
Oh, that was just mean.
That's right.
That's
right.
Gatling's being
They gave me
salty.
rocket boots, Chris.
Oh, they gave you rocket
They
boots.
gave me rocket
they
boots.
I didn't
get
hear that part,
saltiness
Chad.
for the
I'm
rocket.
thankful for it, Chad, both for the donation
I
and the rocket
can't-
boots.
I'll
I'm
take your
double happy.
rocket boots and raise you using those rocket boots in an interesting fashion.
Cool. So you do manage to hit that first one.
Just grab it.
Slap him across the face. It is not enough to knock him unconscious, but it does fling him backwards.
back.
And he bounces on his bottom a couple times.
I love it.
And there's actually a 50-50 chance. He drops his weapon as that happens.
Yeah.
Good. Sorry, I can't move very quickly, so I sent Vanessa to grab the box of props.
Oh, that's what you're getting. I didn't understand what was going on. Cool. Okay, now I'm back on board. So they continue to charge in more and more charging of bad guys.
In case anyone wants.
And one of the helicopters now, you see you start hearing. Let's see, you're from where you are. You
I'm
can
right at the
see
front
this.
door, yeah.
Yeah. So you look out the door and you see that one of the helicopter, the guy is going over now to move onto the 50 caliber on the side and turning it towards the building,
Uh-oh.
and it starts whirling.
Take cover.
And then this 50 caliber on the side of this helicopter just starts ripping across the front of the building. Just exploding windows and things are just splintering, flying to pieces all over the place.
That sapphire stuff on the cheap stuff will drive anyone away. Hashtag Metapoint.
Thank you, Chad.
Yay!
And pieces just flying away and whatnot. And actually, given how they flanked the building, that starts happening from other spots around the building as well. You can't see it, but you can hear the sound of very large caliber machine guns firing into this building and shooting it up from the perimeter around the place.
like
Predominantly aiming at the first floor right now is what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they've got people on the second floor right now who are charging towards you. And in fact, speaking of those people who are charging towards you,
Oh no!
there are 7 who are coming from the hallway opposite the one that you hit the guy.
Okay. So sparkly.
I know. And there are now a total of 9 on the side that you hit the guy.
Okay.
Just so you all know.
Thank you.
You've not seen anyone else on the first floor yet.
Okay.
More shots, though, just firing left
Yeah.
and right. So then we begin this turn. Crash will go first, and a couple things are going to happen. 1, Crash, I need you to roll another vocal fry, please.
Oh, no, but my time as Gatling may be coming to an end.
Vote free.
Vocal free.
11.
That is your choice
That's your
of a
choice.
prior identity or experience of an avatar. You just choose who you want. It could be someone from the list. It could be someone else. Meanwhile, for both of you two,
Yeah.
I will need you also to please pull another roll of it each round to
Right.
find out who you get.
I have chosen.
Oh wait, it's just one.
You want to surprise us,
No.
or are you going to announce it?
I've chosen Dr. Dynamo from our beta episodes.
Nice.
That was a good one.
Magical Space Princess props. Hashtag Metapoint.
Yay!
Thank you, chat.
Well, I happened to roll the 8.
Oh.
The 7. No, the 7. There's Eliana, not
Eliana?
Zillian.
Oh, Select Valley Girl?
Oh, yeah. Like,
Yeah, Select Valley
let me
Girl.
get out her crown.
There you go.
Okay.
Wait, so
And-
Raven?
So, and who did you get?
Apple seed.
You got Johnny Apathy?
Apathy. I don't
got
know. I
apathy
don't know
and
that bucket. I don't think.
Oh,
Unless-
no, it's here.
Oh my god, the bucket's here.
The
We have to
bucket's
get
here.
the
Is the
bucket.
bucket here? That's a
He's
good bucket.
gonna find it.
Don't worry, it's
Oh,
very easy to find the
Good
bucket,
bucket.
but sometimes it's very difficult to find pants.
It can be,
it's-
difficult to find pants
it's-
and a
I
bucket
can't-
when you need both pants and a bucket.
Sometimes I'm not good at the list.
Sometimes you just gotta say
Oh
bucket.
my god, like,
Bucket.
Yep.
perfect.
Welcome to chat, Sarah. Just so you know what's going on, we are
Oh my
all
God.
over the
She'll catch up.
place. They'll catch
Don't
you
tell
up.
her.
And at the top of the round as well, those 16 guys who are up on top, who were all ready to like charge in and do their things and fire at you and whatever else. And we haven't seen any signs of guys on the bottom floor because right now they're just lighting it up. But you can rest assured more will come in. We're also going to drop a rule of cool.
Oh,
So that's what I need from you guys. And you've got 7 meta points now to play with, just so you know, in addition to whatever you're going to say on your rule of cool. So, as you remember for rule of cool, I need each one of you to say what you'd like to do this round with what is going on. And for the sake of making this make sense, I'm going to let all 3 of you go before the bad guys go.
Okay.
Before they-
okay.
just so that
that
it's,
makes sense.
You know,
I like it.
Yeah, because otherwise
because it might change your action. and-
Exactly.
Yeah, so we're just gonna reform initiative that way. Candidly, Crash had such a high initiative that I could give you each about 8 points from him, and then you'd be above them all.
And then we'd all go first.
Yeah.
I know.
So that's what we're gonna do. So I just need to know what the 3 of you would like to do for a rule
Oh
of
my
cool.
gosh.
Very good reflexes.
So and I've lost track now. So you've got your Dr. Dynamo,
Dr. Dynamo!
your Applefeed,
I'm like Eliana,
and like Eliana.
Princess of the
There
Sun.
you go. Fantastic.
Okay.
Enjoying all of those voices back at the table.
That's just her voice. That's so funny. It's so weird. I keep being like, what would Appleseed do? But it's not. It's what would Rosie do?
It's what would Rosie
just
do?
in a voice of Appleseed.
Brother, you gotta speak like the Appleseed.
Oh my god, like you're right. That's like what.
But you gotta think about it like Rosie would. So Rosie is the rootin' tootin' rodeo thaw who just happens to sound like Apathy.
Yep. Happens.
But she has the pants on.
I do my pants on.
Yeah. Pants on, dance off.
Pants on.
Pants off,
Thank
pants off.
goodness.
Pants off, dance
Oh
off.
my god, I'm
Pants
glad
off,
you have your
dance
pants on.
So what would you, Dr. Dynamo, excuse me, Crash, on your turn, how do you see, what do you see yourself doing?
Well, they're shooting from like all sides at this point, right?
Yes.
Every direction that they could be shooting from, they're pretty
You
much
guys are in a
shooting
bit of a
from
crossfire
through the building. They can't even see us, but they're just shooting through
They're
walls.
opening up
Bad.
the bottom floor. They're hedging their bets that just blowing this thing to pieces is the best.
It's probably, at least at the very worst, they can bring the building down on top of us.
Yeah.
Well, since they have gone to all the trouble of bringing my rage to a boil, they shall feel my wrath as no one ever has before. The wrath of Dynamo! But since I don't have the Dynamo powers right
But it's a rule of cool.
Yes, I know. But,
So there's fudging factor here. I'm just letting you know.
yes,
Like-
I understand the
Okay.
fudging factor. But how? I'm standing up in the middle of this
Yes,
gunfire,
yes.
in the middle, yelling at these people through the front door as they
Yes.
shoot at me. But I've also realized that I've got awesome, Gatling Princess armor on.
Yes.
And a pair of brand new shiny rocket boots. So I'm just going to say, fuck it. Rocket boots away! Click my heels together and point myself at the nearest helicopter just to see if I can put a great big cannonball size hole into it, or at least a crash size hole.
I love it. I
Right through the
absolutely
middle of
love
that
it.
sucker.
Number 1, Team Destiny, Ninja Dragon Riders. You can't take the sky from me. Hashtag meta point.
Yeah!
Nicely done, chat. Either Rosie or Aqua, what would you like to do?
Well, I decided that I feel, because we can fudge the rules,
Yep.
that I'm feeling
The rules
courageous.
are more of a destined than they are. Oh, that was what I was going to do with the start of the show. I'm sorry. I'm going to interrupt you now because I just started this. So it seems appropriate that this is something they say, the role-playing game manifesto in the beginning of TriSet DX. And it says right here, these rules are written on paper, not etched in stone tablets. Rules are suggested guidelines, not required edicts. If the rules don't say you can't do something, you can. There are no official answers, only official opinions. When dice conflict with the story always wins. Min-maxing and munchkinism aren't problems with the game, they're problems with the player. The game master has full discretionary power over the game. The game master always works with, not against the players. A game that is not fun is no longer a game, it's a chore. This book contains the answers to all things. When the above does not apply, make it up.
So that should
Make
be
a note,
good.
everybody. He read the role-playing game Manifesto in
Yeah.
episode number
2-6. Episode 2-6.
episode
Yeah, whatever.
2-6.
I
Didn't
feel like-
notice it till today.
I feel like that needs to be like clipped as a recording so that every time
So
someone
everything
is a
after
butthead, I can be
today's
like,
counts.
Yes.
here's the butthead. Here you go, butthead.
It is officially in the TriStat DX.
Yes,
I
it's
love
right
that.
there. Very first page, in
Yeah,
fact.
it's like page.
I love that.
It's the page before the table of contents.
It is. It's page 2. There's the cover.
Yeah.
There's that. It's
That
like,
needs to be clipped so that we can just send it as responses to people.
Plus, it's called a manifesto.
it is called a manifesto. It's the game playing manifesto. It's the gamers.
But now we
The
all know the
role-playing
rules.
game manifesto.
So am I a cannonball or what?
Hells yeah, you could be. We'll see what happens. Rosie Nagelbrain, what are you going to do?
Right, so I'm feeling inspired, and I decide to go into Annie Oakley because she is fearless.
Yep.
So I'm gonna take my lasso and lasso to. I'm assuming there's a very strong light fixture.
I can't understand you.
I'm assuming there's a very strong light fixture. I can't do a list on the ceiling.
It was worth it. Yes, there is.
So I'm gonna lasso to
I'm
that.
having a lot of trouble getting around my perfect diction. Lisping is hard.
No, I'm bad at it. I'm not trying to be a butt face. I'm actually not good at it. I'm failing.
Sorry,
So
those
you're gonna
years of
lasso-
elocution lessons have gotten in my way of performing a speech impediment.
That's not. Oh my god.
So you were going to lasso the light fixture and swing yourself towards them? Is that what's going to happen?
I'm gonna lasso it and then jump up.
Sorry, it's really funny.
It's really cute now.
It's gotten cute.
Okay.
I love you so much, Max.
It's fine. I love failing.
This isn't failing. You're doing a
No, it's
great
so
job.
beautiful.
You're winning.
So I'm gonna imagine it's like a temple, and
Yep.
there's all the guys in
Uh-huh.
the room, and I'm down, and I'm running on their faces,
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
like
like-
Looney Tunes
like in a Looney Tunes
style.
Yeah, like she's the top of a maypole or a
Yeah,
tennis
yeah,
ball,
yeah,
and
yeah,
she's
yeah.
just bouncing off all of their little heads.
Appropriate on a scale of 1 to soft. A or generous OD is absolutely soft. This fry is yours, Chris.
Oh, nice.
Grace is free.
Now, my first roll was an 11, which means technically I get to choose.
That is true. You
So
should
I'm going to think
re-roll.
about that for a moment. Because I know where I'll probably default to, but I have to think about it. So that is what you would like to
Yeah.
do?
So yeah.
Aren't they all just Tyree?
I was going to say that. I was all going to say that. There's no Brianna Dari. He just come to your head. It's too easy to do, though.
I
Anyway.
think too hard. It
So like,
hurts.
I'm going to like reach into space itself to pull out my magical space sister's special katana sword of space, and run outside and like I guess
Cut up
Use
parts
it.
of the 50 caliber.
what?
Oh, I thought you were going to like chop the gun, the 50 caliber in half or something like that. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah,
Please continue.
that
I'm
could
sorry.
be an outcome. I was thinking of just like going outside and just being like space rip, and ripping a hole in space actually for all of these program members to
Screw it. Yeah, let's see what happens.
funnel into, screaming, being sucked into space. Like, no, I wish I had made other choices as they get sucked into space.
Any of them who do that is what they will say.
Yeah, I like that.
So that's what she's gonna do, and she's gonna run out singing "Kill Your Girl." Kill the Girl, which
Oh
was
yeah.
our song.
Na, 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 na,
Kill
na,
the
na,
Girl.
ma.
Yeah.
Because remember that time we were
Okay,
banned
so
and we
chat,
did
you've
that?
heard
Yeah.
you've heard what they said, and so we need the vote.
Vote.
We need the vote. So let's go down to 3 then. So we have Crash. You are going to.
I'm gonna be a human Gatling cannonball.
Dynamo is going to be, or Crash as Dynamo's voice doing Gatling Cannonball.
Yeah, with the rocket boots through a helicopter.
Yes.
I'm running on their faces.
Yes.
Slashing a hole through space, and everyone sucked in, debating their choices made in
I
life.
like it very much. So those are our 3 options. Chat's gonna be voting right now when we figure out what
What happened?
happens next.
It's all
All of
good.
that. At the end of your turn, just so you know, there's going to be more things happening.
Okay.
More
Well, I
people
assume
appearing.
it wasn't over.
More things, you say.
Yeah.
Like what?
As if you have surprises in store for us. I'm not worried.
Anyway.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
It is. This is the moment we're just waiting. It's good to wait.
I'm so excited.
I know.
yeah?
I'm glad that I left all the props
excited
that you
for the next
brought
part.
here so that we can play with them. Christian, you have one of your armbands is here.
Yeah.
That we couldn't find.
Oh yeah, I know.
Oh. I didn't.
Yeah, it's right there. Stop it.
Is that a carpal tunnel, Ruth?
No, she's on drugs.
I am not.
So again, remind me again. So it was Gatling, Appleseed, and you're not Bombshell anymore, right? Who are you?
I'm like Eliana.
That's right, Eliana. I forgot. I'm so
Didn't
sorry.
Clearly, you know.
The pink
winner.
flowers.
The winner. It was
Did you see
Aquamarine.
it?
Yeah.
It was. Oh wow! Actually,
Oh,
that's
no.
a tie. Aquamarine and Rosie both got a tie.
A tie.
And Crash is right behind. That is. I've never seen it. We've never had a tie before.
Unprecedented.
Unprecedented. Wait, wrong.
I mean, like,
that
that's
was
cool.
that was unprecedented.
And now I've got this.
So what I'd like to do now is I think that Crash is Dr. Dynamo. If you would please go first and do your thing with a 5-point penalty.
Are you
I
being
think that
So
would
only
Attack
I
right now?
lose? Why do you hate me,
I
chat?
didn't-
Is it because of my evil background?
I do enjoy Dr. Dynamo though. He was a fun beta
Well,
testing
he's going
character.
away forever.
I want to bring him back.
I hate him and I hate you.
I loved him
Chad.
so much.
It's being Hi, Chad.
When we were
It's
all
me.
unsure what the hell to do in that beta episode, he provided much comic relief early. I always appreciated that.
Some people have peanut allergies.
I would enjoy the peanut.
That's a real
It
thing.
is. It absolutely. If you'd like
Kill.
to talk about your allergy, I'd be.
I have
willing-
rolled a 7. That is all you need to know.
You were still successful. Well played. So you
Well,
do.
that comes out to a 12.
So yeah, you're
You're
still.
still successful.
I'm still successful.
Exactly. So you rocket boots away.
Nice try, chat. Rocket boots away.
And so Crash, channeling Dr. Dynamo, barrels forward down one of the hallways, smashing. We'll do odds evens for the 9 and the 7. So you took out the 7.
Eat shit, bad
You go
guys.
smashing your way through all of them, and you manage to run into 4 of them. Go flying off, knocked unconscious from your.
I was
heavily
aiming for a
jiggly-
helicopter.
Oh, you were aiming for a
Yeah.
I was
helicopter?
aiming out the door for
Yeah,
a
for the
helicopter.
That's right, because you're on the first floor.
Right. Front
We're
door.
gonna retcon all of that. I apologize. I have not been talking to Brad lately, and I've been confused in life. So you go barreling towards one of the helicopters, and you. What part of it did you want to destroy?
Well, I was, I figured the side is facing us because that's where the guy with the gun would be.
I can't understand you right now.
I'm sorry. Okay, in the helicopter there might be that big open door.
Yeah.
I'm aiming for the guy with the gun.
Oh,
Maybe just the gun.
It's all gone.
Good.
Everything you aimed at no longer exists.
Good. Fuck you, guy.
He's been blown to pieces. He's quite a smudge at the moment.
Take that, helicopter.
In fact, as you went through the helicopter, you managed to punch a hole through the other side, doing severe
Great.
damage
Like,
to it.
Really good job.
Rosie.
Now, how do you slow these things down? God damn it!
I'm just picturing the smoke curling behind.
This is bullshit.
So, where were we going? Oh, so that's what it is. So, Rosie, so what would you like to
Well,
do?
do we both? We tied.
You had initiative over, so you succeed. So we'll do both.
Oh, okay. So then I do it. Lasso and Maple did faces.
Yeah, sounds good. So we don't need to roll because we know that you were successful.
Yeah, so how many people does she kick?
And out of the
face.
16, oh, I rolled a 19 out of a 20. So you got them all with your running around Scooby-Doo style. That you could.
Yeah.
And since you get a +10.
Annie Ugly for the win.
And you do. You manage to incapacitate. You don't actually. Well, what do you think? Let's do an odds evens.
Okay.
You do the roll.
I'll
Call
do
it
evens
first.
this time. Yeah.
Evens?
Yeah.
You managed to knock them all out.
Yeah.
There's still more guys coming. They've got helicopters
That's
galore.
fine. Well.
Aquamarine.
Nice shot, boo!
Okay, so like I go outside and
What you do, you manage to go like running around the face, and they're like, oh, I'm trapped in the Looney Tunes cartoon.
A Looney
Suck it.
Tunes?
Yeah, I didn't enunciate well.
Didn't say it right.
And they all fall
you say?
over.
Suck it.
And what about you now?
It's funny when you say "suck it."
Fuck it.
I laugh at that first. Okay, then I go outside and kick the door open, and still sparkling.
I can't understand you.
Okay, so like I kick open the door,
Oh.
really sparkly, and like the wind is blowing in my hair, and some really eerie music I hope starts to play in the background.
Fantastic.
And I take my cool space katana and I slash and hole through space, and laugh as hopefully more wind gathers around me in these MFers.
You do as you
Get in there.
as you use your
So you make it like a
sister's
black
sword,
hole for them to get sucked into?
Yeah.
That's rad.
I know.
Yeah,
It's very rad.
And actually, as you slice like that,
Wind.
there is just like this ripping in space and time, which, by the way, really dangerous to do.
Yeah, we gotta make sure we close that soon.
And one of the helicopters, not the one you took out, but one of the other ones, starts sliding towards that hole.
Yeah.
And the people from it are leaping out and running away to the best of their ability.
Are they talking about how they wish they had made better choices?
One of them
Are they?
says, "I should have made better choices."
That's right, you should have.
And one of them does. Yeah, the guy who was on the gun in the helicopter, he tried to get out, but he tripped, and then he starts tumbling and rolling towards the slice. And when he
Okay.
hits that slice, the problem is it doesn't get bigger, but he
Right.
still fits through it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And so he hits it, and he just kind of
Imagine that sound.
compresses his
Ruh-roh.
way through the slice.
Ruh-roh.
And as he goes into the other side of it, he disappears.
It's like getting turned inside out through your butt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He won't be coming back.
Good.
And just to cut the voice for a second, the helicopter will eventually be moving that exact same direction.
Awesome.
Yeah, so that was out of play. And so that took out one of our rule of cool.
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
And
Now let's destroy the whole world! I mean, save everyone!
yes,
I mean, yeah.
as
same.
you were running around, bouncing your heads off your face off everyone and whatnot,
Yeah.
you do notice from the direction of the kitchen.
Yeah.
Oh.
It is clear that one of the central storerooms got lit up by that 50 caliber. And so just this mass of applesauce comes sliding out from the kitchen area. And like sliding with it are several apparently unconscious program workers.
I need to know what flavor of applesauce.
It was original.
Original.
Primarily. But several of those unconscious program workers, and a bunch of them have like light bulb pieces stuck into their legs.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff
yeah,
that
from
they've
the
been
Home
rolling
Alones.
around on top
Oh,
of.
no.
And it's just been crunchy
That
sauce.
applesauce is gonna sting when it gets in the wound.
It is. It's not. There is mildly a little bit of
Sting a
citric
lot.
acid in there. Some of it was cinnamon applesauce too, so that's going to hurt
see?
more.
Oh,
That
yeah.
pH balance will not mix.
But there is just this cavalcade of applesauce that's come sliding out that way, and the kitchen is not going to be a place you're going to want to prepare food in anytime soon. But we've also established
But
that this
it's-
building
Yeah, well,
probably
we're
not going to
leaving
survive.
though, right? I mean,
It's-
that's kind of the whole idea.
So
It's coming in
Right.
though. The applesauce
That's true.
it's on the move.
yes,
It's not stopping.
It's continuing to come out. There was a lot of applesauce repository in there.
Jebediah is stocked up on it.
Jebediah was a big
applesauce
fan after his
suppository
time as
sounds
Appleseed.
terrible.
After his time as Johnny
Appleseed.
Appleseed, he really took a shining to it. Thomas
Right.
also loves applesauce, so between the two, there was a lot of it there.
So Chad is predictable now. How's this? There's an applesauce flood. What can we do? Well, rivers flood. So what's the best way to deal with rivers? Why, you fight it and kill it. So Crash should fight with the famed sword of fight.
Oh, crap.
We need
That was,
Jeremy
that
Spray.
was a full hack attack too. Thank you, Chad.
Oh my God!
What just
So
happened?
they
He
just
gets
hack
to start
attack.
fighting.
When he comes back, he's gonna have to spend a little bit of time fighting the flood of applesauce.
Which
And-
sort of fighting?
Well, it becomes sentient because they've never made food sentient before.
No, we'll work that in just a second. But
The relationship you-
while you were still inside,
Relation-
Rosie,
Shin-
while you were inside on the second floor, and you've been running around, you knocked out all these guys. There's a beat. There's a pause in the middle of this fight. And as you're standing, as you're just kind of looking around at all the people that you just took out, you see Thomas come walking up the stairs towards you,
Thomas.
and he's looking around like this. You can't see my legs, chat, but I'm pretending to walk.
He
Yeah, I
was.
saw that.
Okay, no.
He was.
Yeah.
I
like
thought
a
you were
dance.
just doing like some kind of dance underneath the
little
table.
dance.
No, my dance would be like,
Oh, no,
that's-
I see the difference now.
Those are definitely jig feet.
yes.
Yeah.
So he gets up to the top and he stops and he looks around. Hello, Rosie. How may I help you today?
Thomas, we're in a fight.
Is there gunfire erupting all
There's
around?
gunfire going off all over the place right now. Bullets firing and things exploding around him.
Thomas,
Because the other machine guns are still going off.
Thomas, we're in a battle.
And in fact, actually, as he says that to you, right then, as he says that, oh, we just hit the waffle giveaway. Good job, chat.
Yeah!
As
Good job, everyone.
As he says that to you, you see there was an explosion from one of the side walls. As a couple more guards come running in, and they start just unloading. And Thomas is standing between you and them.
Oh no!
And you see like it just all of these bullets go flying straight into his back. Like he just gets unloaded on by another half dozen guards. And all
I'm outside,
all of
sorry.
the bullets after they hit, you notice him just kind of continuing
What?
to look around, and then looks back at you. Hello,
Thomas.
Rosie. How may I help you today? And then you think about it for a moment, and you realize that all those bullets that you saw hit him just seemed to go straight through.
Does that mean they hit me?
No,
No,
run.
they just kept going past.
Thomas.
You weren't in the line of fire.
Thomas, you're a superhero.
Hello, Rosie. How may I help you today?
Stop saying that and talk to me.
The house appears to be under an assault right now.
No shit.
This is not a normal part of our operations.
You just say shit.
How may I help you today, Rosie? And they continue to fire off, and they're shooting at him, and the things are just flying straight through as this is going on.
Oh, we're missing all the good stuff inside.
And then we kick over to Crash.
Well, it's going to be difficult for me to fight a flood of applesauce if I'm outside.
Yes, you'll have to head back. You'll have to head back to the house.
Oh, wait, do I have to head back to the house then?
We need to get you back to the house.
Okay,
Very
same.
well.
Thank
You
you for
could just,
playing
the
along.
rocket boots could send you back to the starting position inside
Yeah, how
the
about
house.
That's wonderful.
Well, what?
I will, I guess the rocket boots are going to take me back to the house.
Absolutely.
You know? And
You were off flying.
And
Absolutely.
I'll try another cannonball attack on the way back in to see if I can hit something. Since I have no choice into where I'm going, I'm going to at least try and hit something on the way back.
I like it.
Yeah,
I like it.
You know?
On your way back, in fact, if you want, you could burn. If you want to burn 3 meta points,
Uh-huh.
you could, on your way back, run straight through another helicopter.
Oh, that sounds awesome. I will burn 3 meta points to do that very thing.
Okay.
It just seems like, oof. Might want to save those meta points for doing something good, though.
We got cheat codes too.
You've got a lot of stuff. You've also got memories.
Oh, yeah, we
you've
have
got fireball
memories.
access because of that.
Oh, yes.
There's a lot of stuff you guys can do there.
All right, I think I'll pop a memories
Okay.
on one of those helicopters,
So
right
put
on
the
the
meta
inside
points
of it. You know, just enough to get the inside of the cockpit and the, inside the helicopter.
Give me a 2d8 roll. Give me a
Under a 12?
Yes.
Is that what we're looking for?
Be your ACV.
Phew, I got an 11.
Cool. So you fire off a fireball, channeling the wizards from the Questlandia episodes, and the fireball goes
Smoke
hurtling
this,
straight
bros.
into the cockpit of one of the helicopters, and it just erupts in flames. Meanwhile, the helicopter that
Almost as awesome as lightning.
Meanwhile, thank you, Dr. Dynamo. Meanwhile, the helicopter that Aquamarine had sliced reality in front of is now slowly crushing itself into this slice of reality, and the metal is twisting and grinding. The helicopter blades go flying off, and that helicopter is soon to not exist.
Ooh, now we're going to be down to 2 helicopters.
Yes, Rosie, it is on you.
It's on. Well, I'm talking to Thomas. Thomas. What?
Yes, Rosie. How may I help you?
fight?
I do not believe that I am currently in this room.
Oh, is that why you're not getting hit by the bullets?
If my understanding is correct, my metapod has been irrevocably damaged. I do believe I am now one with the metapod.
Thomas.
How may I help you today, Rosie?
Thomas, that's awful.
It's not so bad. I seem to have access to pretty much everything right now.
What?
What the Thomas?
And they are continuing to shoot at him, and you're hearing all these cursing sounds like, what the hell?
I really want to get back inside so we can also enjoy. Thomas!
Well, Thomas, you should. Can
Would you like me to activate the house defenses?
Yes.
No problem. Give me a moment. Oh, I don't appear to have clearance for that.
Bullshit.
Would you like to know about the history of Western Europe?
No, Thomas.
Long ago, and he starts going off on this very long. He goes all the way back to like ancient Greece and before
Is
time.
that
Telling you the
Thomas?
history.
Is he talking about the damn Saxons again?
What do I want to do?
And he just continues to tell you about this history. It's your turn, Rosie. You want to delay an
Yeah.
Aquamarine can go?
Oh.
You want to delay an Aqua can
I'll
go?
delay for a second.
Aquamarine, what would you like to do?
I just want to come back inside the house.
Okay, you come running back inside the house.
Okay, yeah, running. That works. I mean, I was running. I imagine that I turned around all stoic like Carrie after
Oh, that makes sense.
Hair
You don't have
still
to
blowing
run.
around.
watching the,
Yes.
but then turn and go back inside, but then run. It breaks the spell.
And after the helicopter crushes, well, no, we'll leave that little slice of broken reality there for a moment longer. So you enter into the house and you see up on the top balcony, you can see Thomas seems to be talking about European history to Rosie, who is thinking about what she's going to do next. And you can tell there's a lot of gunfire coming from one of the other hallways, and you continue to hear sounds of soldiers and whatnot going on this bottom floor and what's happening down there.
Why? Thomas? Here!
Yeah.
And he stops in the middle of talking about, the Swedish Empire, and looks down and says, "Aquamarine, welcome. How may I help you today?"
What's up, Thomas? Are you okay?
I feel
Thomas
delightful.
is dead.
Thomas, is this Thomas's ghost?
Thomas is one with the Metapod. He's dead.
How may I help you?
If you're one with the Metapod?
Would you like to warm up the escape yacht?
Yes, please.
It will be ready for you.
Thomas, where is the escape yacht?
Why, it's down the escape path.
Thomas, where is the escape path?
First floor, back room.
Thomas, if you're
This is already so much
Thomas-
more helpful than
Thomas-
Tank Spaceman's computer.
Thomas, if you're one with the Metapod, does
Yes.
that mean you can go into different metaverses whenever you want, wherever you want to go?
I'm not sure. I've never tried. This is a new form for me.
Okay, well, let's find that out sometime soon, okay?
Okay.
Great.
So,
Escape path?
yeah, Thomas, can you put up a shield around the house so no one can get in?
House defenses don't seem to be something I have access to.
Oh, right.
However, I can tell you all about the history of the fireworks.
Oh, no.
Thomas,
Then he starts talking to you about
Thomas,
gunpowder
tell-
and how
what?
the ancient
Thomas,
Chinese worked with
Escape
it.
pad.
Thomas, tell me all about that as you take us to the escape path.
Thank you, Thomas.
Lead us there.
Oh my god.
He looks at you and says, "Rather than lead you there, I'll just activate the lighting." And then right then, these alarms start going off in the house. And then he goes back into his history of fireworks. And these alarms start going off in the house, like brah, brah, flashing lights and whatnot. And this little pre-programmed voice says, "Time to evacuate. Time to evacuate."
But is it
And emergency lighting starts stripping itself down, like going down the stairway and arcing around a hallway and showing you kind of like the route that you need to go
I love it.
run and take. And meanwhile, more soldiers are bursting in here and chaos is going off.
So I was just talking. Was that
I
my
know.
turn?
You've got an action still if you want. And
Excellent.
there's still these soldiers who are shooting from the hallway at you guys.
Yeah, and it's not cool.
Yeah. And they're going to get attack rolls in this next turn.
I want to spend 3 meta points.
Okay?
I'm gonna go into misdemeanor, and I'm gonna be able to take over one of their bodies.
That's misdirection.
Misdirection, I mean.
I forgot about misdirection. Yeah,
Not being a character.
yeah. More
I'm
beta
also
episodes.
spending
I like
a meta
it.
point so I don't have to do this lisp anymore.
Okay, sure.
They can vocal fry me if they want, but I'm done being your monkey!
The bowl just vocal fried you right now.
You can fix this easily.
I will fix it!
No, it's adorable. I really like it.
I will fix
I wasn't expecting the
myself.
static from the bowl.
right. Yes. So I'm gonna. What did I just say I would do?
You said you were going to go to misdemeanor and take over.
Yeah, I'm gonna take over a body of one of the guys,
Cool,
and then
give
I'm
me
gonna
the roll.
turn fire on
Absolutely.
on myself, basically.
I get it.
Friendly fire, so that they Yes, roll. I'll roll your dice. I got an 11.
You beat it. Yes. You take over the guy in the back, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
And he just starts lighting up all of his
we start
allies
lighting
from
up all of
behind,
his friends.
which they were not expecting. So I'm
Right.
not going to give them a defensive check on
Yeah.
that. And quite quickly, out of that group, he manages to take down 4 of them.
Oh,
Hey.
so good.
Sploosh.
Yep. And you already came back inside. Did you want to do anything else on your action when you came back in? You talked to Thomas a little bit. We've established all of that.
Well, now we're about to go to follow these lights, and there are people coming towards us.
Yes.
Okay, so I'd love to do something about the people coming towards
That's
us.
fair. I don't blame you.
So I want to use 3 meta points.
Okay.
And the people are coming in the door
Mm-hmm.
right by me. I'd like to time bubble that door there, so that they run in but come. They
You don't
stay
even have to
out.
use meta points. You have. Oh no, you don't have the time bubble because we changed what it did. It's an extra action that you get.
Yeah.
Lame. I want us to keep our meta points.
I know.
I tell you what. Instead, let's use your daily buff and we'll just convert it. Because why not?
Yes!
So your boosted ability instead, you will do a.
Time bubble. Time. It goes. It's a little curve.
Time shift.
Time bubble.
Time
shit.
bubble, and you go bloop, and reality seems to just stop
Nice.
there. And you did it on the side that had more, the side of the 9, and all of their weapons. You see the flashes from the gun. The bullets
Yeah.
are hanging in midair.
I love it.
The 9 of them are firing, but they
You
aren't
can
moving.
go Quicksilver it.
And that whole side has now been incapacitated. all that are left are 3 guys on the other
Awesome.
side.
Like, great. Perfect. This is really great.
And those 3 guys now are going to start trying to unload on the 2 of you before you go down. So I
Good
need some
luck.
defensive checks from you guys, probably. I do. I need 2 from Rosie and 1 from Aquamarine. Nope, my bad. I need 3 from Rosie.
3.
Yep,
Goodness.
I'm sorry. It's what the dice said.
That's fine. Defensive checks?
Yep.
I'm gonna use 2 cheat codes so I make my first one.
Okay. I like this music. It really fits.
4-point penalty. I don't make the second one.
Okay, give me an odds evens check on that second one.
Evens. No.
Okay.
And then the third one is an 8, -8, which there's no way in hell.
Give me an odds evens check.
Let's do odds again. Or odds, rather. Yes, 7.
Cool. So that first one does hit you, and he unloads about 20 points of damage, which is I don't think is going to matter.
Not
the
gonna matter
armor
because I
that
got
you're
my
wearing.
armor.
That second one, though, you felt this like ghostly presence next to you as you were as that guy came up, and he was actually going to have a great shot at you, and all of a sudden, all the bullets that he fired just seemed to like disappear in midair.
Little money.
And you feel this really quick, very quick, like
Yeah.
hug, and then everything's cool.
Warm and fuzzy.
That's so cute.
I love it.
And that will bring us back up to the top for Crash. So, Crash, here's the scenario that you were seeing. You were feeling compelled for some reason to come inside, back into the building. We already are back inside the building.
Yeah, I'm back in the building
and
now.
you've noticed now that the soldiers who had been knocked out and were in that, who've been sliding out with the applesauce and all of that, they're starting to wake up. And there's a lot of them. There are a good 9 of them in that applesauce, and they are starting to kind of pick themselves off the ground and shake themselves off and whatnot, and they look like they're getting ready to do something.
Yeah, well, I've landed all the way by the door, and inside is fairly well handled. And we've got some meta points.
Yeah. Well, we
So-
also have to deal with this hack attack by you.
I know, and I'm thinking this way I can deal with it.
Sweet.
I can deal with it very well because there's still a bunch of dudes outside, right?
Yes.
Now,
And still 2 functioning helicopters. And while you were outside on the way in, you saw a couple guys setting up RPGs.
And a sarcastic sword.
they have role-playing games outside.
They do. What? RPG. RPG. RPG.
So yeah, they're starting to set up rockets. They're gonna blow the whole place up.
Yep.
and I'm still in Dyna mode,
Yes.
if you will.
Dynamo.
But I am going to use some meta points to tap into one of my former characters as well. And since chat decided which one it was going to be already, I am going to attempt to remove all of the applesauce from all of my enemies. I'm going to teleport the applesauce away from my enemies. That is the intention of my spell.
Okay.
I want all of the applesauce to get as far away from my enemies as possible.
I'm scared. Okay.
too.
Give me your roll.
What? This is a multiple part plan
I know.
in his head that we're only getting in pieces.
I rolled 5.
Okay, so you did it.
So I beat it by 7. Unfortunately, being a retrocaster, things always go exactly the opposite of the way I intend. And so now all of my enemies are covered in the remaining applesauce as the sword of fighting appears in my hand.
What?
All of the bad guys
Christian!
in the
get
whole area are now
get
covered
it.
in applesauce.
Perf, and I get it. It is perf.
If they're going to perf me, I'm going to perf them back.
I like it. Well played, Mr. Christian Doyle. And in fact, I liked that so much that I'm just going to drop a rule of cool right now.
What?
Oh, he deserves to do that though. Okay.
Well, no. I'm being helpful.
Oh, okay.
That's how rules of cool are. I'm basically giving you guys each an extra action.
That's true.
That's pretty cool.
That's cool. So he does that, and then we get a rule of cool.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
So
That's
I'm
not your rule of cool.
going to drop a rule of cool right now because here's the scenario that's happening. Just to give you some see what's going on. There are still 3 soldiers up on your floor who are firing at you guys.
Yeah.
You 2 and Thomas are still on the 2nd floor balcony.
Yeah.
There is now an emergency lighting thing that's going off. The alarms are still happening. Bullets are firing. On your way inside, you saw that rockets are being set up to be launched into this building. And I'm assuming you yelled this out to the others like, time to go or something like that. And you're smart enough that you see
Find
these
that
blinking
path,
lights.
everyone. Time to
You
go.
can kind of tell what's going on. And so you've got 3 soldiers on the 2nd floor to deal with. There are still 2 functioning helicopters outside that are firing all over the place. Thomas is continuing. He switched now from the history of fireworks that he is now talking to you about intricacies related to strategy when playing 5-card draw.
Okay.
And I don't know why. No, stud. I'm sorry.
like it.
5-card stud.
What is this now?
And then he's just talking poker strategy now.
Oh.
Thomas.
Yeah, Thomas seems to know all sorts of things. We can't get into everything, but he knows a lot.
He knows a lot.
And you know what? Screw it. There's a couple other helicopters that are coming down this direction as well, because why not?
All right, I'm ready
Are
for
they
this rule of
enemies?
cool.
I hope they like applesauce.
So, rule of cool, that's what you guys see. That's what you guys see. You know there is an escape route. If you can follow those lights, you know that there's 3 guys to deal with on your floor. You know there's 9 guys to deal with on your floor. You know this
There's more
building
guys
is getting
coming.
close to being blown to Kingdom Come, and that there are more helicopters on their
Right,
way.
and he's about to go fight everything covered in applesauce,
Yeah.
With the sort of fighting,
With the sort of
specifically.
fighting.
Yep.
which is it's helpful. Okay, we're rule of cooling.
Yes, we are rule of cooling.
I'm ready for my rule of cool. Since it's a rule of cool, and we can bend the rules.
Yep.
I was Bombshell at one point. For my rule of cool, Bombshell is accessing the tiny bombshells that worship her and bringing them to this reality and telling them that we are under attack and that it's their duty to their goddess to start to attack all of the bad guys. So all the mini bombshells will start, which there's hundreds of
Are
them.
you concerned that it took their entire society to make a little piece of carpet smoke this much?
I figured they could bite them.
That's fine. We'll give it a shot. We'll give it a shot.
Like they'd be like annoying ants, like
Yeah, I'm
crawling
with you.
all over them, like
Yeah.
We just need to get away, man.
No, that's fair. So, so that is what you would like to do, Aquamarine or
Yeah.
Crash? What would you like to do on yours?
I'm going to hand this sword of fighting to one of the guards so he can go and take care of the applesauce problem.
Smart. I like it. Aquamarine.
I'm gonna pull out one of my compact mirrors. That's my biggest one. It's about this big for the full face, but it is considered a compact because you can fold it
Right.
in your clothes. That's why I have it. This is gonna work because it's bending the rules. And then I'm gonna hold it up like this, like as if I'm taking a selfie with it, so I can get my face and all of the program members, the faces that can see me, and I want to seduce them all, and so they can see me
Oh, using Aquamarine
Mass
seduction
seduction.
powers.
Mass seduction.
I see what's going on.
seduction
I see.
here.
I see what's
We
going
know
on
which
here.
one is winning now.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we know which one they're picking.
We just
We got
want them
mass
to
seduction.
stop.
Okay, so
I don't want them to be romantically
no,
interested
no,
in me.
I got you. I got you. I got you.
I want them just to be like, she's interesting.
I got you. So we've got the sword of fighting.
Yeah,
We've
I'm
got
handing the sword of fighting to one of the bad guys so he kills everyone without
right.
knowing it.
We've got nano wasps coming into play.
Oh, no, the nano people.
Nano people. I'm sorry, the ones from her pinky toe. And we've got the
Mass seduced mirror.
mass seduction happening via giant compact mirror. So that is what we're gonna wait on.
It's cool. We already know the answer.
While that is
Just look at that.
happening.
Oh, but that.
Oh, while the vote is happening?
They don't know what to do. Like,
Yes,
should we
while the
pick
chat
it?
is Chad is going to set up. Well, they're going to do a vote for those three. And while that is happening right now, Thomas, as he's talking, been talking to you guys,
Oh my God, Thomas.
he stops for a moment and says,
I've only just seen him.
"Yeah,
Oh, okay.
For a moment, he stops and says, "Oh, well, that's not good."
What?
What is it, Thomas?
And he looks over at a video,
What is it?
one of the view screens, and just kind of, I Dream of Genie's it. He's just like that, and the
Right.
screen blinks on, and it's an exterior camera view, and you see that one of the other helicopters that has just come down and landed. A couple people get off of it, and they are dressed in the sort of jumpsuits that you had seen some of the other program meta pilots wearing when you were part of the program.
So we're doing fire with fire.
And they're yeah, and they are
Is Marcus there?
and and one of them has one of them just kind of as soon as she steps off the helicopter, she kind of cracks her neck like this, and both of her hands start glowing with like energy orb sorts of looks on them. And other things start occurring to make it clear that these are meta pilots with powers.
Yeah. No, it's they're fighting fire with
time
fire.
to go. I get it.
Gross. That's
Follow the lights,
disgusting.
everyone.
Yes.
And they are still voting. I think they're almost done with the voting.
Ugh.
I think they're close. I know they're voting. It's coming along.
What else Thomas
do it.
knows?
I feel like
Winner,
Thomas.
Aquamarine. Yes, as we suspected.
I'm so surprised.
Here
The
it is.
seduction roll.
Here's
Aquamarine, the first thing that you
This
do
is
then is you do manage to roll. You do manage to quickly.
It's okay. Don't let it deter you. We're still here.
You manage to quickly convince the other three guards who are on that floor to lay down their weapons,
Stop it.
and they are very docile and willing to do. They.
Will you guys go
Roll it
out
down.
there and start battling your own self, especially those people with the magic guys?
On it,
Take
and
care
they
of the magic.
take their weapons. They start running down the stairway to go do as you said.
Great.
Rosie,
All right, a -5, right?
yes.
That's a 5, so it's a 10. It's still successful.
Cool. So I'm gonna mildly tweak what you
fine.
just decided to do, because your targets have all left.
Well, it's anyone. I mean,
I know, but it's gonna be helpful.
That's okay.
I'm minding all the things.
Yeah.
I know what's going on here, and you partially manage to summon in those wasps to do that. Except in this case, what they do is they actually drill a hole straight through the floor around you,
Okay.
so that you very nicely land as a group right in the hallway where the lights are now directing you down
I
the
love
way
it.
to go.
That's really nice.
I don't know.
I love
I
it.
try to hand my sword to a guard, and it pops right back into my hand.
I love that that's how it works. So it's like it. But those guards are basically out of play as well. So
Right, I can't applesauce fight anyone now.
So I'm. So I'm going to. I'm gonna push for a moment here. I'm gonna chaos die. That's how I'm gonna do
love
this.
it.
But justify it with chaos die. So so you guys land in the area below, and
now we're on the same level as Crash.
and as you fell, you look over, and now Thomas is standing in front of you down the hallway, where the lights are blinking towards.
Yeah.
He's like,
Go to Thomas.
Rosie, Aquamarine, it's good to see you. How may I help you today?
What the fuck is going on with Thomas, everyone? This is freaking me out.
He's dead.
And
He's stuck in his pod.
he says,
I'm sure he knows a lot. Let's just
would you
run
like
towards
Crash
it.
to come with us as well?
Yes.
And then he kind
Thomas.
of looks up for a moment, does his little thing again, and Crash next to you, because you're in a different part of the building right now. A secret doorway just goes slides up, and you now have an easy plot device walkway that you can pass through, and you join the rest of the group.
Oh, sweet!
And then it falls back down behind you. The three of you go running down the hallway following these lights, and
I feel like the sort of fighting in Dr. Dynamo would get along really well.
Oh, they probably would.
But like, I like that it's just your
you
voice.
You run down the hallway. You hit the door that it is leading you towards.
I think you're very handsome too.
You hit the door that is leading you towards. The door slides to the side, and as you get in, there's like this little pod contraption. Okay.
Yeah.
And you don't have any idea what this is, but you can see there's kind of like a track. Or like,
is this the escape pod, Thomas?
And Thomas says, yes, I recommend you get inside because the house is about to be destroyed.
Okay.
Let's do that.
I'll see you on the boat.
Oh,
and
the
then he
escape
disappears.
The yacht. There's a yacht. Just get in the pod.
Dude, Thomas is totally a hologram now. That's awesome.
So the three of you climb inside this pod.
I'm spelling that meta point because this is starting to hurt my throat.
You climb inside the pod, and as soon as it happens, a firing mechanism goes off, and it engages and launches you down to kind of Running Man style, except without it falling apart at the end. And you find yourself being propelled down this chute, down a track, and landing into a recess in the back of. You're really not sure at first because you don't know, but you know because you've been told. And as soon as you come to a stop, you feel a sudden propulsion, and wherever you are, you can tell that you're moving forward very quickly.
Quickly to the meta boat.
So you and a plot hammer.
That actually was a plot hole, as Chad just pointed out.
Yes. So you land into it, and you get outside, and you are on board this very well put together yacht. It's probably about 150 feet long, and it is just taking you away now from the direction. Off in the distance, you can see the mansion that had been up there is just it's been explodified. It's pieces are flying all over the place.
Hey guys, that was just like Transporter.
Should we call him T instead of Thomas? Like Q from Star Trek, so he T.
But his name is Thomas.
But I know, but he's a hologram.
So Thomas appears one last time.
All-knowing being.
Oh yeah, then I guess you can call him whatever you want since he's not a person anymore.
For one last moment, he appears, and he says to you all, I think I may need some time to get the hang of this new form.
Okay.
Give me a week, maybe two.
Okay, T.
And then I'll be back.
Take your time, buddy.
If you need any food, it's in the galley. I'll see you all later.
Galley is boat for kitchen.
Thank you.
I know,
the operational system of the ship should keep you safe. And I'm very, very certain the founders will be in touch.
They better be, because we don't do well with boats.
That's fair. It's true. And then right then he wicks out, and we come to the end of another episode of Masters of the Metaverse.
I love
The only way you can make a boat last through an episode of Masters of the Metaverse is to have it in at the very, very end.
Right.
Yes, you saw I stuck it in there, and then we won't touch this again for quite a while. So thank you, Chad, for coming along for that ride. That is where we will end things for right now. Next week begins a special 4-week episode, or 4-week series.
Which is not a side story. It fits into the plot of Masters of the Metaverse.
It fits in the Metaverse, and it fits into Farther All. It's all canon for all of the things. So Matt Vance will be here to GM. I will not be here next week, but I will be back for the 3 weeks after that. These guys will be here too for that story arc.
Hell yes.
We're going to bring in someone special next week to help keep things going. So that's what's going on with that. But we also have a pair of waffles to do tonight.
Oh, yes.
And we have enough time to pull those off. So I believe you wanted to go first. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Vanessa?
Yeah, I want to do my waffle.
And I forget what your combination of things was. Chad, if you don't know waffles, the way they work is if we make $1,000 in the store, we do a giveaway randomly, and the giveaway as a thank you is a waffle,
and that can
song.
That can depend on what, like sometimes it's a hobby or something.
Yes.
It's kind of GM's choice on what the parameters of the song are. But.
Yeah, and I forget what one you received.
This was D&D Disney musical.
That's what it is, D&D Disney musical.
Yeah.
So if you would be so kind.
Yeah.
Do you want me to sit by you, or?
Oh no, this is fine, right?
This is fine. Okay, yeah. Let's go for it then.
I want to do my waffle. I keep thinking about Thursday, which is my D&D game night.
Oh.
So I'm just like totally preoccupied.
You've been thinking about your D&D game?
Yeah.
What is that D&D game like?
I guess I could talk about some of the things I really love about it.
I would love to hear about the things that you love about your D&D game.
Cool. Mark, could you make the song go? Maybe?
I can vamp and just talk more about D&D.
Yeah. Thanks for talking to me about
Yeah,
this,
please
Chris.
tell me more.
I just really love my magical Thursday nights.
I don't blame you.
Look at my dice. Aren't they neat? Wait, Chris, I don't think my collection's complete.
It's not?
Did you take my glow-in-the-dark 20-sided die?
Sorry, it's right here. Here you go.
Imagine all the skeletons, treasures untold. How many wonders can one dungeon hold? Looking at my character sheet, you'd think, sure, she's got everything.
She
Can
does.
you turn that up a little?
Great armor class.
I've got bags of holding and weapons of plenty. Gloves of swimming and climbing galore. You want potion of necrotic resistance? I've got 20. But who cares? No big deal. I want dragon lore. Yep. I want to be where my dungeon master is. I want to see us battling orcs, owlbear, spiders, and what do you call them? Oh, gelatinous cubes. I'm an elf druid. Lady Bearblood is my name. She's only 104 years old, which is pretty young for an elf. She's chaotic good and lost her left pinky cause of a boule. On Thursday night, we'll have so much fun. We'll kill all the monsters and loot them and run. Rolling 20s. Wish we could be adventuring. What would I give if I could help us all live through the first encounter? What would I slay to spend one full day resting at the inn? Gotta gain back those spells. It's hard to be the only healer in the party when everyone takes so much damage. Trying to keep up your HP up, ready to cast mass cure wounds. And ready to know what the DM knows. Ask him my questions and get some answers. Like, can I sense magic in the fire before it's too late, or will we burn? When's it my turn? I think I'm last. I rolled a really low initiative. Can I add my proficiency bonus to that? The bard, paladin, fighter, rogue, and me. Wish we could be adventure.
I love it.
Roll a 7.
So I'm beginning to think that you wanted to go first, so I would just look really dumb.
Actually,
Because I thought yours would be more epic.
No, there's no more epic
I
than
don't know
Disney
why you
Princess
thought
epic.
something would be more epic
Like
than
you're
that.
wearing a flower tiara in your hair and you're singing a Disney Princess song
Yeah.
about role-playing games. People can't top that.
I know they love you so much, but thank you. I feel really good. Thanks. Hope everyone enjoys.
thank you very much for that, Vanessa. How you doing, Mr. Christian Doyle?
I don't have one today.
You know?
I lost it on the way through her song.
Okay, we can wait a week.
No. I got it. I mean,
Okay.
I brought the damn guitar.
If it will make you feel better, I will right now clear the mood and the palate. Tag team back again. Check it directly. Let's begin. Party on, party people. Let me hear some noise. DC's the
I guess
house.
that counts as the other one.
Party over here. Party over there. Wave your hands in the air. Shake your derriere. These 3 words when you're getting busy. Whoop. There it is. Hit me. So now that the palate has been cleansed with something really not good, Mr.
But
Christian.
now that Vanessa has won the metaverse yet again,
Yours is gonna be. I heard it today. It's good.
it's not good.
You're gonna love it.
It's not. because I don't remember it.
Chat says I successfully cleansed the palate for you.
They're good.
Yes, white guy rap will almost always do that.
I could do loser if that would make you feel better.
No, buddy. So my waffle was about computer animation, a very exciting topic, just like Dungeons and Dragons. And then I started thinking about computer animation, and like, you don't see a lot of regular animation anymore. And what happened to all those guys that used to have all those jobs? So I went kind of from that POV. Used to draw pretty pictures, hundreds at a time, to make them move across the screen. Yes, there used to be hundreds just like me, but now we've been replaced by one programmer and one machine. So the animators must start a revolution. And not much quietly after execution. For the industry is fated to see that it's overrated. You don't want what's animated to be computer generated. Even though I really, really liked The Incredibles.
Thank you.
Flourish.
I like the flourish.
Yeah.
I like
Thank you both so very much. Maggie, you ever want to do a waffle?
I am not good enough.
I don't. We got to get rid of that idea. Like,
Yeah,
I know. We try all the time, but her
like-
self-loathing knows no bounds.
No, it's
Whatever.
we can all do
There's
this.
no way I can
Fine, so
compete.
tell you what, we'll do some more group waffles. How about that?
I almost wanted to make this into a group waffle if I had more time. I imagined us. Anyway,
Nice.
please.
So
Maybe I'll do a
chat,
waffle. We'll see.
We have how much time left? We've got 2 minutes.
But you're awful.
Thank you so much. It's funny because it's
It's like when somebody else says it's terrible, right?
I'm just
But when you know-
basically.
I
so
suck
we
too,
have
guys. It's
we have
okay.
less
I'm
than
the
2 minutes
absolute
left,
worst
but
at
we are
everything.
so thankful, chat, as per always, for you guys helping out, hanging out, playing with us, letting us do all of this stuff. And what else to say? If you are in the Seattle area in February, we will be doing ZoeCon 3, February 16th through the 18th at zoecon.net. That is an opportunity to come together to play, do some stuff live, do Gamers Live, Metaverse Live, just
Want to
other
do
games.
it?
hang
Getting
out.
married that weekend.
Yep, Mags Christian getting hitched that weekend.
Oh, at the con.
Yeah.
So we'll be there.
At the
Yeah.
at the convention, yes. And the reception will be one of the events that will be there too. So if you're
Yeah.
in the area, please know that you're very invited. And if you are a Patreon backer to Zoe, in addition to getting to vote every week on buffs for the show and other things, you also the monthly, the cost of patronizing or whatever you want to say.
Patreonizing.
That's why I say
Patreonizing.
patron. That's why I pronounce it patron is because it reminds me of the word patron.
Yeah.
And so I don't understand why people say Patreon because I'm like it's not a patron. You're,
Because patronage is just same as patronage. It's just, said right.
I prefer it the other way. 'Cause
Your preference has nothing to do with the language.
I have a barrage of words that I say one way.
Right. I remember you were telling me about this a couple weeks ago when I was helping you out at your garage sale.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. My garage. So yeah. I sold my garage. It was great.
Too much laughing.
And my motor garage was in there. So
I have to often clean my undercarriage.
yes, yes. So yes. Anyway, thank you, Chad, so much. We're gonna kick things down to pencils and part. No, I always say that because I forget what day of the week it is.
Right.
It's Indomitable.
Indomitable night tonight. Indomitable. And I tell you, Indomitable, that's what you need to do some nights. Take all of the clicks, throw them into a bag, and just randomly pick.
And then shake the bag.
Shake the
Yeah.
Really hard. And whichever ones don't break, those are the ones you use.
Yeah,
that's
that's
how it
a
should
great way to
work.
play.
So you'll have only 2 that night.
That is our suggestion
But
for
hey,
the next arc for
make it
Undoubtable.
work.
Have a wonderful night, everyone. On behalf of Vanessa and Maggie and Christian and myself and Mark and Nolan and Brad's over there and the other Brad is at home being fixed, but that sounded wrong. Have a wonderful night. We'll see you next week here on Masters of the Metaverse.
He'll saw his testicles, don't worry.